I have 4 reasons for you on why today is a beautiful day.
Tell us, Tifa.
4 whole reasons. First of all, today is a Friday. It's the end of the week. Weekend is coming up, and with that,
That's true.
Gaming check. Congrats on being second. Fody, congrats on being first. Dingo, how are you doing? How's
Yay.
everyone doing?
A list. Welcome to We have
all love
sold out
lists.
to BuzzFeed. Apparently. Carry on.
So, 1. You're throwing me off. If it being a Friday isn't enough of a reason for you, I have number 2. Our vacation started today.
Wait, 2.
Wow! Our vacation started today. I know that doesn't really help you, but it's on my list, so...
Vacation!
Wow!
This is now a listicle / 3D experience stream, everybody. Carry on.
Number 3.
Three.
If you want to continue. It's Eli's birthday today.
Congratulations.
And for those who don't know who Eli is, it's Ranger Cell's son.
Yes, who has already outgrown him
And
despite
Kelly's son,
being
of
at the
course.
tender age of 1 year old now.
Congratulations, Mattenart. Congrats on being 3rd.
Talking about free. I have to do the face when I say it like that.
And number 4. I actually forgot number 4.
We're gonna have Taco Bell tomorrow.
Oh, that could be number 5, but I had 4 reasons. Seriously,
Why don't
it
you
was
just
Friday.
take the hint and take it as number
Vacation.
4?
Honestly, I thought of it this afternoon and I was like, oh, I have a reason why today is a great day. And then I was like, oh, I have more reasons. And I'm like, I have 4 reasons. And now I only have 3. I forgot what number 4 is.
Wait, Tifa. I'll just cut this so that in post nobody can tell. 4! We had hot pot yesterday and 4 again. More hot pot today. And it was delicious.
That's true. And tomorrow, for the first time, we're gonna try Taco Bell, hopefully.
Exactly.
With our luck, it's gonna be closed.
No, it's not.
And afterwards, we still have to sit in a train. So let's see if the famous shits will start, yes or no.
Yes, I told Tifa, hey, you know, most people, when they talk about Taco Bell, they talk about what Taco Bell did to their intestines. Do you really think it's a good idea that we have Taco Bell on the way to our final destination, like 1.5, 2 hours before we get to a place with a clean toilet?
Well, it's only like 2 hours after.
Tifa, 2
journey,
hours
so
when
that's
your
not
anus
too
is
bad.
exploding is a lot of time.
I have good hopes though. Also, Bacon, nice to see you. How
Hello.
you doing? Evie,
Hello.
how you doing as well?
Happy Friday, everybody.
Happy Friday.
Taco Bell is amazing, don't listen to the haters. I've never
I'm
had
looking forward to it. It looks really nice.
And it can't be that bad if it's an internationally operating chain. I mean, if it was just bad, I would have to close.
One would think so, yeah.
Maybe it's so bad it's good.
I'm really looking forward to finally trying the Taco Bell.
Yes. That's
So I shall have
very
it.
true. Also, 4 again, apparently the new JoJo part is out. And
no, that's
another reason.
5.
If after the stream is over, I'll check the VOD and it turns out that the autofocus was just picking up the back of the screen again the entire time and not our faces were just blurry. Thank you, Tifa. Wait, let me...
By the
now
way,
it should be
do we have
honest.
a 6?
I hate you, Tifa.
Oh, come on, that was a good placement for a 6.
No. Any amount of time with an explode anus is a serious situation. Yes.
That is very
Can
true.
not recommend exploding your anus. Ever. Also, wait. Actually,
I'm looking forward to
number
tomorrow.
6 I shaved.
No, number 6 was nicer like this way. It
Why
looks,
do you
it looks
put...
much creepier. Wait,
That looks
like
weird.
that. And then if
Who
you do
does that?
7, you do woo.
Who does that?
And then wait, 8.
Is this a Dutch thing, Tifa?
I don't know. I just think it looks cooler.
10! What is wrong with you?
Look at that.
Wow, this is a hand stream now.
Holy shit, wait, do that again. And do that again, and then look at the laptop next to it, because it looks like some kind of hand mindfuck.
Tifa, I don't know if you remember, but there's a preview for the camera right there, and I can see what I'm doing.
Okay, well, fair enough.
Minus the green screen effect, but still. It's almost like I've been doing this for a while. Exploding someone's anus is better than destroying your own anus. I think that's a personal choice. It's completely up to preference, and I would prefer neither. Yeah, neither sounds very appetizing or good to me.
Yeah, I think I'll go with
that. To
each
their own. I'll pass.
And if, I hope it kicks in a few hours later. Like at more than 3 hours later. Then we're on the safe side and we should be home. Doing good, trying to get some more pain pills from my doctor, so hopefully they'll give me another couple of days worth. I hope they'll give you a few weeks worth.
Yes, please.
And that you'll feel better after.
Yes. Indeed.
Check us out on the destroyed anuses. No, please not.
No, I'm out.
Train?
As in, I will not participate.
Like, train toilets are absolutely horrible. Especially, it's like on a plane, you know? When you flush, and it seems like you will get sucked in and then be thrown out of the toilet.
No.
Or thrown out of the train. Yeah, but that's what it feels like, because it has this... It has this vacuum sucking sound, like you'll disappear if you
What trains have you been on? Did you see her face? She's like, wait, am I misremembering things?
No.
Slurped noises, basically.
It's the same on every train, I'm quite sure. Like, it seems like... No. I always imagined that if you flush and some kind of thingy goes open, you can see the train track.
It used to be like that in Germany way back when, and they still do that in some countries, but not in Europe, as far as I know.
Yeah, so now you can't see the train track anymore, basically. But it still sounds like some kind of black hole opened up somewhere and you're about to be sucked in. Like, I don't like going to toilets on trains, and I usually don't do that.
Is there a reason why you don't like going to the toilet on a train? Not because they're basically public toilets, but on wheels, so they're, well, hit or very miss? Or is it really just because you're afraid you will get sucked out and land on the train track?
My arm is stuck in the toilet. Besides the fact that they're nasty as fuck.
Instructions unclear, Tifa stuck on track. Just wow.
Help.
Basically, yes. Our trains don't have bathrooms. Wait, do you have long distance trains in the US that don't have bathrooms?
Yeah, these aren't like the city public transport trains.
These are talking about like an underground. It's like you stay in the train for like 3 hours. No long distance trains that I'm aware of. Okay.
Oh, okay. We have to go out the window. Like some privacy people, please, for God's sake.
Can you all turn around for a quick sec? Does anybody have an empty bottle? Maybe? Please?
Also, it's not that the windows are blackened so that you can't look outside. It's just that...
Yeah, please carry on, because you're lying again.
Why?
Well, I think you're about to tell a lie.
If you have to shit out of the window, there's a reason why you can't look outside sometimes.
So, okay, so I thought she's talking about actual windows in the train toilets over here, because I remember...
I've never seen a window in a train toilet. In a toilet room on the train.
A toilet room.
A bathroom.
Not bathrooms, the toilet rooms.
It's Friday. Yeah. I'm on a vacation. I can go off rails.
That's a horrible joke after what just happened in America again.
What?
A week ago, a train derailed and spilled over 1 million pounds of the most toxic waste into the air, killing animals and most likely people if you live in the area. Please stay safe. And just yesterday or early this morning, our time, another train derailed. So...
Oh, fuck. I haven't heard anything of
Leave it up to Tifa to be sensitive to current issues.
I haven't read anything about that. Whole town is literally poisoned. Holy shit. They offered him 25,000. 5,000.
Yeah. No, first offer was 20 grand for the entire town. The problem is that makes it about $5 per person because there's 4,000 people living there. I was saying, what do you do? So
that's a big oof.
You burned a chemical that is one of the worst carcinogenics known to mankind. Basically, if you inhale it, you will die of cancer. And they just burned that shit. And you can look it up later. You can see the poison, noxious, toxic cloud from an airplane. There's literally a black pile of smoke just over the area. It's absolutely fucked up.
Okay.
Talking about throwing your shit out of a train.
Also, they're just too big and too new, so we mostly skipped over trains in favor of airplanes. Okay, fair. Most of our trains are for commercial uses. Yeah, I think you've mentioned that as well, that if we would do like a trip to America, you can't really get from one side to the
from coast to coast. I mean, yes, you can, but it will take you a week by train. And that's also because train travel there is so basically non-existent compared to Europe, that you don't have good connections even, they go very slow.
Well, I guess it makes sense with how big the country is. Like in the Netherlands, it's easy. If you want to go from A to, let's say, the end of the line.
Not from A to B. We go from A.
We're going from A to Z. We're going from A to Z. We want to go crisscross across the country. You take 3 hours. Not even. Yeah, roughly 3 hours.
At the longest point.
You can go around the country in 3 hours.
Because it's tiny.
Like, it's tiny.
The Netherlands are the Ranger cell of countries, basically.
And like in America, after 3 hours, you're basically at the end of your street.
Yes, essentially. So we've heard.
Sometimes it just amazes me how small we are compared to America.
Well.
So I can imagine trains
I can recommend trains. They're nice. You sit down and then you wait and then you get there.
Yeah, and you have a nice view.
There's no chance of you falling out of the sky and dying a horrible fiery death in an airplane crash. I'm afraid of flights. We can't build train tracks because we keep adding more lanes to our interstates and highways. Yeah, it's a car country, isn't it? Germany is similar though. With the last elections, our Green Party got a lot of votes. So people were like super hyped, like finally we get a minister of traffic related things. They're not just in charge of our highways and stuff, but also in charge of train travel. And everybody was super happy. Finally we get somebody investing into our trains. First thing the guy did was like, yeah, we'll put a lot of money into trains. No, we didn't. We actually this year again spent more on highways and fixing roads than into the entire train network in Germany. Yeah,
but Germans love their cars. Like, I think there might be a riot if they did put more money in that than on roads.
All I can say is I wait for the day when we do, because fuck cars.
I don't have a license, so I don't
even want to have a license ever. I don't have one, and also don't ever plan on getting one, because why would I?
It has its advantages, but I've told the story more often about how I tried for my license and some of the shit that happened.
Based in W.
Like, you don't want me on the road. I don't want me on the road. It's safer if I just take a train.
Between the two of us, I cannot tell you who the worst driver would be in a possible eggs are driving scenario.
You've never even tried, have you?
No, I'm gonna tell you why. So Tifa can't even make it out of a roundabout. That's a true story. My parents, when I was a young child, a toddler, when I was making a fuss, they put me in a booster seat and then they drove around the block a couple times because it's basically like a massage chair, right? So like the vibrations and the humming sounds and the, the normal white noise while driving.
That makes sense, especially since your dad loves cars.
Yes, I very much come from a German family in that regard. The problem is, that is basically a Pavlovian reflex in me. The moment I sit down in a car and I drive for longer than 5 minutes, I will fall asleep. So you can pick, if you ever see one of us driving, or both of us, she is gonna be a menace and I will fall asleep at the wheel. Both are horrible. You don't want either one of those anywhere near the operation of a vehicle.
Basically.
And that's why I need trains.
Also, if you
Non-stop.
have to drive 40 miles just to get to a grocery store, you absolutely need a car. Like, there's no way around it. With a
Move closer to the city.
like with a train, that's not doable. We have the same in certain areas in the Netherlands. Like, you
It's the same
can't
in
go
rural
anywhere, without a car.
Yes.
So then you have like no choice. If I lived there, I would be fucked. I would have to move. Like, there's
You would
no
have
way.
to walk a lot.
Actually, that's not true. In a rural area, I would be fine.
In a rural area? Or rural area?
Yeah, there. I would be fine there.
I mean, you could cycle in the Netherlands. That's the other wonderful thing. There are cycling paths everywhere.
That is
And they work.
true.
It's pretty cool.
That is
Gaming
very
check.
true.
Enjoy a drink. I will join you.
Joining you as well. Cheers. Closer to a city. Gross. There's people there. Yeah, I would prefer the bigger city if they were emptier too, but not really happening.
The trick I find with cities is that you live close enough so that it's convenient, but not at a place where it's too busy for your own taste. We are really lucky in that regard.
Yeah, because we don't really live in like a city center. We're more toward, we're not on the outskirts, but we're on center outskirts.
We're
Does that
on
make
the
sense?
way out there, basically.
So that works.
Yeah.
It's still a bitch to get to, well, a bitch. It's like half an hour to get to the city center, but
Works for me.
it works. Our area is quiet.
Let me in on your little secret. Not only do we have some of the worst public transport, we also don't build sidewalks.
Yeah,
Yes,
that I find so weird.
I find that hilarious because I have a couple colleagues, friends who went over to the US for vacations, and they all come back with the same. That's the first thing all of them tell us when they come back. It's like, hey, where did you go? Oh, I went to Los Angeles. I was like, oh, cool. Like Hollywood and stuff, you know, the usual thing you assume people go to visit when they go there. And they're like, you know, the wildest thing is they don't even have sidewalks in some areas. I'm like,
I find that so
How?
weird. Like, you just step outside of your door
you're on the
and
street.
road. Like,
Yes.
what the fuck? How does that work?
That is inconceivable over here. I mean, some areas
Absolutely is.
have that here too, but usually it's, I don't know, it's like less than, I don't know, 1,000,000%.
That's basically where
It
I live
doesn't
now. That sounds really not nice. I would get right over. I would get hit by cars so fast.
I would get right over. The new app. It sounds like an app.
I just got to my office, had to lug containers of soda across campus.
Oh, Martinat was going for the first trap, weren't you? Did you carry the crate of like cola over your shoulder? And when you came into the building, and I was like, oh my god, look, it's the cola guy from the old commercial from the 90s, I think it was. No?
I have no
Am I the
clue.
only one old enough to remember that? No?
I have
Just
no
me.
clue.
I remember that.
Here in Denver, the property owner is responsible for the sidewalk, so they're rarely built or maintained. That is so. But what if you have one property owner that does build it, but the next one doesn't? Like,
Then you'll be the weirdo.
do you just have a tiny bit of sidewalk
Yes.
and then it just stops on both ends?
Yeah, or they don't get a permission to build it because why do you need a sidewalk, you weirdo? I mean, you can't just build whatever you want. You still need a permission to build things.
Well, that's the nice
No.
part about like the Netherlands. You can literally walk everywhere. You can cycle everywhere. And
You
you
don't
can
need
also
a
go
car.
everywhere by car.
Yes.
But if you want to, you can walk across the country. We have dedicated
Yes.
bicycle roads, and I think that's really nice. I think every country should have that.
Yes, I would love that. I would love to be able to just cycle all the way across Germany. I mean, technically you can, it's just that a lot of the times you'll have to share the road with people in cars. And if I don't have to, I would prefer not to. Yeah. You just have a small chunk of sidewalk. If they let you build that, yes. But when the homeowner association comes and goes like, you can't build a sidewalk like that. I'm so happy we don't really have those over here. I think. I'm not sure. I don't own a
I
house.
just find it weird, but I guess in cities where you are really dependent on cars, I can get it. But it kind of seems like people forgot that you can also walk.
Yeah, it's like
What if you
nobody
just-
ever looked down like,
Like, how do you walk to the neighbor? Or like to a gym or anything, any
You drive.
store, even
No.
if it's at the end of the street.
you drive. please correct me if I'm wrong. I don't want to be the obnoxious European guys, Americans. That's what I've been told. You drive, right? Or you take the risk and you walk on the street, which I wouldn't. I drive literally everywhere. See?
Oh.
It's a complicated issue in America, but I don't want to derail the conference. What messes me up the most about it is if
wow, a derailing joke, really?
Wow, I can't believe you've done that. It's cool. We're all idiots here. No, but what just messes me up about this is that you build a city like that without sidewalks, basically without sidewalks. And at some point somebody was like, why don't we just make it so that we can walk places? And then we go like, yeah, but we can't. Because 90% of a city is already built without sidewalks. Like you have to rearrange stuff.
Where do you put the car? I mean, there's probably, let's say, house, yes. Parking lot, street, right? So you could walk on the parking lot.
House, front yard, street. You just park in front of your house. Correct me if I'm wrong.
You can't always park in front of your house, can you? Like on your own piece of land.
To see a neighbor down the street, we'd probably walk. Anything farther, drive. EV is correct. See?
Okay.
I order delivery from the pizza place across the street.
Well, that I would also do, honestly.
That way you don't have to take the risk of crossing the street.
And I can stay in my pajama and I don't have to cross.
It's a divisive issue. Oh, I believe that. It's a similar thing over here every time anybody comes like, should we have a speed limit on the highway? Because when Germans are like, oh no, my penis won't get hard again if I can't drive 200 kilometers per hour on that one stretch of a highway that doesn't currently have a speed limit. And then everybody's like, well, you would use less gas. You're not that much faster because it's not everywhere on the highway, it's just small parts of it. There's less incidences.
From what I understand though, on the bit in Germany where there is no speed limit, I believe it's mainly tourists speeding up.
No. We've driven over a stretch of it a bunch of times with my dad when we were driving somewhere.
Yeah, but your dad doesn't go over the top.
No, because his car can't.
Yeah, but he also wouldn't, because he mentions quite often if he goes faster, it costs more gas.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. And if he had the option, he would. There's something in that, like that instinct kicks in, like I can go fast, I have to go fast. And to me it's like, I mean, you spend 50% more on gas if you just thread the needle, and then we get there 5 minutes faster. It's like, not worth it to me, but yeah.
Well, I'm not a big fan of driving in a car regardless.
Same. Streets in most of the cities are already too small because of buildings being there already, so getting a sidewalk in there is nearly impossible. Let's see.
Yeah, at this point, it's probably impossible to still even get sidewalks in.
Unless you are willing to rebuild or remodel parts of your city.
Yeah, but it's gonna cost so much money.
Yes.
Like once you start building somewhere, that has to be there from the beginning. Otherwise, I don't see it happening.
That would make more sense. Yeah.
But it's, especially in like older cities, it also makes sense. Like Amsterdam. Don't know if anyone has been to Amsterdam, but there the sidewalks are also very small. Like usually like 1 person sidewalks. Most places you can walk with 2, 3, 4 people next to each other.
Yes, in the inner city, the old core town part, yeah.
But in Amsterdam, the majority of sidewalks are like 1 person lanes. But that's because of carriages. Like the city was built in such a way to have carriages go through.
Yes.
So you didn't need a lot of sidewalk because, you know, only the poor people would use that.
And? You're leaving out one thing.
What?
Well, now when you go to Amsterdam, in the places where there is basically no sidewalk, usually the streets there are areas where you are supposed to walk on the street. I mean, yes, cars can drive through, but they'll have to go at walking speed because there will be people there. Yeah, so the street has become the sidewalk, essentially. And that works for me too, but maybe that's just me.
Yeah.
To give an example to a part of why it's a problem, one reason our cities aren't walkable is years of car industry giants lobbying government to build more roads. Similar thing happened here in the 70s, I think it was.
Yeah.
A couple of years of advertising all car models as a symbol of freedom, and when you have people not ever wanting to give up personal transport. Same thing here. There were actually campaigns warning people in cars that Germany now basically invented areas where there would be kids playing and you can only drive at walking speed there. And the campaigns were about, don't go faster than walking speed, because if you, the driver, accidentally hit a child, you will have to live with that forever. It wasn't about children getting hurt. It was about you suffering because you hurt a child.
Yeah, but that's where you hit people. Because if they cared about that, I want to say if they cared about it, they would already watch what they're doing. So you need to go more on the personal level and go like, you will suffer.
Yes, that kind of worked back then. The problem is it also started ingraining a feeling of me versus them. Like it's my street. The people walking over the street, crossing the street, they are the problem. It's not me driving everywhere, it's them. Well, kind of iffy, kind of.
Well, I'm quite happy with my public transport,
yes.
So I'll take it.
Same.
So my friend is disabled. Yay! Taken. Congratulations on your short term.
On your shorts.
Disability.
And your shorts.
And your shorts.
Apparently. Yes, congratulations.
I'm happy that got approved for you.
Oh, we got mail today too. Both of us. That was really funny. Our
Has
bank...
nothing to do with disability.
No.
Like, what a segue.
There is no segue here, but we also received mail. It was funny to us. We received a letter that both of our main bank accounts are being closed. 2 years ago now?
No, like a year ago.
2 years ago now, the highest court in Germany ordered that a bank cannot just increase fees to have an account. Yeah, exactly. You have no idea where I'm going, but you already reject the idea.
I thought you were going to start about the messages we received, because that wasn't that long ago.
Because basically all banks went like, well, you know, costs have gone up, so we need to increase the prices, and we just do that effective from in 2 months.
Yeah, because banks don't make enough money.
Exactly. I mean, what can they do?
We need to double the prices because we're going bankrupt.
Millionaires need to eat too, Tifa.
Yeah,
I get it. I will stop eating so that they can order more lattes.
How do we give our top people 10 million bucks as a bonus? We can't do that if you don't pay double the price.
Poor bankers, no one ever thinks of them.
I know, right?
Exactly. So then people took the banks to court because you cannot just unilaterally change a contract and charge me more. Like you changed the terms and conditions. You can't just do that. I have to re-sign the contract. So all the banks had to, if you complained, had to give you the money back. Then they had to renegotiate with you, had to sign the new contract with the new fees, and then basically the same thing, but you had to sign off on it. Our bank has been haunting us ever since then. It's like, hey, we want to increase the prices. Please click here to okay with it. And we're like, no, because you don't have to. It took them 18 months, but we finally effectively got the cease and desist letters. They're closing our accounts in June if we don't accept the terms.
Mid-May.
Mid-May, giving them $100 more a year so that we give them the work associated with holding our money. And I know it's so much work if they have to maintain a machine that I don't use because I pay with my card 99% of the time. It's like, you have a computer system that stores numbers for me, and you use my money that I put into your accounts to make money for yourself, and now you want more money from me so that you can make more money for you. It's like, we're just gonna change banks.
Probably, even though other banks are also throwing up their prices, so we gotta see. But the road to this...
Wait, they're throwing up?
Never mind. The road to this point was kind of interesting though, because like Jack said, like a year ago, they started putting messages in your online account, like, hey, increase price, please agree, blah, blah, blah. We ignored it. Then you get a letter And it's like, oh, we please agree, blah,
Hey,
blah.
You haven't accepted the new terms and conditions yet. Yeah, we know.
We ignored that. And then for like half a year, they tried to call you.
Not like every day, but like once a month. Suddenly your phone is like, no.
Sometimes a bit more often. When you don't pick up, they call from a new number. Because, as they correctly guessed, you probably blocked it. Indeed, I did.
And when I block the other number.
So they'll keep trying to call you from different numbers. And then at some point, they start to give you money.
That was the funniest thing. Yes, we both received a bank transfer from our bank for 1 cent.
Important message! Please call us immediately.
Yes. I mean, they've sent a letter, they've sent an email, they called, they sent a postcard, and we're like, no. If you want us to sign the damn thing, you have to tell us. Because they don't flat out tell you, hey, we need to increase prices because of whatever, our costs are going up and we need you to sign this, please. They tell you, we would like you to confirm the new terms of service. And we're like, but I don't want to. And you can. I mean, that's a possibility.
I got 3 cents in total.
I only got 1.
I got
That's
3.
rude.
I got 3 cents in total with the message to please call them immediately.
Yeah.
And now we got our termination letter.
Because we still didn't call. It's a check for 1 penny, but you have to sign for it, and signing it confirms the new terms of service. That would be something they would do if they could. But over here they don't. Like with a wire transfer, it just says, please call.
Yeah.
Please.
Checks are non-existent here. I think
True.
the only...
They died out in the early 90s.
Yeah, I think the only country in Europe that still does checks, and then very minimally, is France and Germany, I believe.
I just told you, they basically died out in the 90s. I've never seen anybody use a check in the last 20 years.
Yeah, in Germany, not at all anymore. But like I said, in France, they still do, because some customers...
You said France and Germany.
Oh, Switzerland.
Yes.
I meant to say Switzerland, it's the same.
Germany, Switzerland.
Like, you're basically family.
You're digging another hole if you say Switzerland and Germany are basically the same thing. There's some history there. Let's not get into that part though. One of those euros.
Exactly.
Yes. You know, Tifa, what hole you should get into though?
Here's something funny.
No recap. Yes.
Before we do the recap. Do you see that I bruised... What is this called?
A knuckle.
I bruised my knuckle.
And now she's holding it out of frame again.
And it really hurts. Like, you can't see that it's bruised, but I bruised the knuckle of my little pinky.
There, look.
You can't see that that's blue.
This finger's bruised.
It's like...
Make of that what you will.
It really hurts. And I don't know why.
Have you considered not bruising your finger knuckles?
I always let my teacup lean on that, so maybe
That's pretty dumb.
But I always do that.
Have you considered not doing it?
Have you ever heard of...
Not before I met you.
Anyway.
Again, to indicate that no, it's you, Tifa. Oh, wow.
Fine.
Now,
it's kind of
talking about getting down another hole. How about you give us a recap of last time we played 999, Tifa?
Oh, yeah, I can absolutely do that.
Are you going to? I can do that.
I'm thinking. So we actually managed to get 1 out of 6 endings.
Yes.
And spoiler alert, in 3, 2, 1.
There's no spoilers.
Just in case someone doesn't... It doesn't matter. Just in case. We actually got killed.
Yes.
Like, that was like shit. We were like walking around. We had 1 more door to go before we went to safety. Then all of a sudden, one of the other players, Lotus, got killed. And then we saw her and then we got stabbed in the back. And the last thing you basically see happening is us dying. And the killer walking off. And we don't even know who the killer is. Because just before our character is able to say his name...
Tell us who it was.
We're gone.
Yep.
Dead. Kinda sucked, but a really interesting ending. So now we are replaying the game and going through the paths and doors we haven't been through yet.
Because we have
to get the other endings unlocked. So now at the very beginning, we went back to the very beginning where we had to go through a door with our group. We picked the other one.
Door number 5.
That one. And we're together with... Who are we with again? We're with 7.
Yes.
Snake.
Yes. And that's it.
And that's it? We're only with 3?
Yes, it's just the 3 of us. The entire rest of the group had to go through the other door.
Oh, that's it. And that's exactly where we left. We're
Worst
in one
endings.
of those.
Painful. Pretty much.
I wonder if that's going to be the last ending. Like, we have 6 endings in total. Like, I can imagine we have... So we have the one where we die. I think we'll still have one where we get saved. Then we have one, I believe, where we'll go through the last door. And we'll still die.
Possible.
Like, it was all... I don't know. The escape was a scam. And I'm not sure what will still be left for the remaining endings. Do you have any?
I think there'll be different variations of people dying. At least I wouldn't be shocked about that.
None of them you escape?
Possible that in one of them all of us die somehow.
There has to be one good ending,
I'm
right?
guessing in one of them the time runs out and we all drown. That could be that one. I would expect that. Since the ship is sinking concept has been explained to us so many times. And I would imagine that the final ending that you get if you unlocked all the other ones already actually explains why all of this is happening. I believe there is gonna be some time travel bullshit involved. Because on our first playthrough, the concept of morphogenetic fields has been instilled in us twice.
I don't think that will have to do with...
And it wasn't brought up again in the end. And in my experience, they only do that if you didn't actually get to the ending. So my thinking is, still, I had now like a week to brew in this stew. I believe at the end of it, there'll be an explanation saying that all of these endings are actually something that has happened. And we're time traveling. And we only got to the last ending because having done the other endings, like a multiverse, time travel kind of loop-de-loop time bullshittery,
what is it
affected
with you?
each other, and we got this one.
What is it with you and time travel though? Like, if there's anything to guess, like, it will end up in time travel.
Because
like,
it's the easiest
where does the time
one
travel come from?
to grasp, because we literally unlocked the ability to go back and forth in the flow of the story. I call that time traveling. Her face.
Because it's a game! You can't...
And? I can't just...
watch it. Time travel is not going to be in any of the 6 endings, but in the end you'll still say it's time travel because we had to travel back in time for the ending.
I mean, technically we already time traveled because we did go back in time to an earlier point in the story to pick off there again. Yes?
I give up. Start the game. I feel like I'm at the end of Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
Finish chapter 9. I think you're getting close, yes.
Yeah, you definitely are. Which area are you currently in?
Level 68? Yeah, you should be...
I think I know roughly where you are. Do you also have the Torna DLC?
Torna of a Golden Country, I believe it's called.
Different, but also really good.
Hasn't told you about, in the recap, is that we solved all the puzzles we believe, and now we're about to leave.
Oh yeah, that's it. I'm ascending a giant tree. Okay, then I know exactly where you are.
Then your statement is correct.
Yeah.
Jack, Pokemon games are about time travel because you can load save points. Eevee looks at Skull and Violet in size. I'm not wrong. I'm not wrong.
No, what is it?
Do we need to have the whole Theseus ship level debate again? Because I'm confident that I'll debunk another paradox. I have to play the DLC from 1, then I'm gonna play Golden Country. If you want to go with order of release, you should play the DLC from one after you've done Golden Country. Yes.
Really?
Yeah, that came out last technically, before Xenoblade 3. But
does it make more sense story-wise though? I haven't even played that one.
arguably, your memories of certain things will be fresher going into Xenoblade 3, yes.
Fair enough.
Alright, let's go. There we go. 9.5 hours into X. How are you liking it? We basically just started the game and bam, we already finished the first
hallway.
Nice. Well, you never know if there's going to be something big behind it or not.
Yeah, or in Eevee's case with Xenoblade Chronicles X, the game is overwhelmingly big. Yeah, it's kind of set up like an MMO-ish kind of thing. I mean, it had online multiplayer. I think that's dead and done by now, but yes, it's huge.
It's not gonna get any smaller in the other games.
No, I think X is the biggest one.
Really?
In terms of like the open world-ishness.
Not 3.
Yeah.
I mean, 2 was already quite big, if you ask me.
No, X.
3 felt like, wow.
X does it the most, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
From what I remember. Love the scale of the games. I want Monolith games to work on basically every other open world game that comes out on Nintendo console. Like they did help with Scarlet Violet, and it shows. So I should have helped, or I should have been led to help more with Legends Arceus.
I feel like I have so much more to explore into, yes.
You probably do, actually.
There's a lot of hidden paths,
Yes.
areas. But the enemies are way higher level. That means there's definitely something there.
Yes, and Fodi, you'll be happy or pissed to know that you don't actually get to unlock everything in Xenoblade 2 unless you do a New Game Plus. I hate that part, but that's a good game.
It's a game that's worth
That should
replaying.
do it.
Fuck. Yes.
What's he up to?
I was just
So-
putting one of those plates in there. It ought to keep the door
Plate.
from locking again.
Oh, Seven is such a genius.
He's quite smart.
Yeah, we can come back here anytime we want, right?
Why did we never consider that?
Ah, why would you want to come back here?
Why wouldn't you want the option to come back here?
I might like to play a little piano.
Did he play while we were in the room? No, he didn't.
7 is the one that played, I think.
Piano?
No, Snake did.
Oh.
No, we did actually. Snake did the puzzle with us, but we did play the piano.
Oh, fair enough.
Come on, let's get moving. We aren't out of this yet.
Well, regardless, it's smart. You never know. I'm irritated.
Seven playing the piano.
And I haven't even started. There isn't that much
It's
anymore,
big.
though. Like, I don't recall what's in the New Game Plus.
Well, I'm not gonna tell because spoilers.
Well,
Like
fair.
it deserves a second playthrough, but it's so long. Yes. Do I do New Game Plus or start DLC?
I would say DLC. I'm quite sure what you get in the New Game Plus isn't worth playing playing it again directly.
Yeah,
If that's just what you want to go for.
I don't recall it being story stuff.
No.
It's Easter eggs mostly, which are really cool, but still.
If anything, it's like items and stuff like that. Story-wise, definitely not. I would have remembered that.
Except for one thing that Tifa did forget about.
Doesn't matter.
Piano in there anyway. The keyboard's a mess.
I mean, just because it's a mess doesn't mean you can't play. If like me, you can't even hear the difference in the notes.
Oh, skip.
To leave
Yeah,
the
you
door
can.
unlocked then. I have no clue.
Wait, doesn't that make Seven kind of suspicious too?
Why?
Because he creates a path to be able to go back to all of these places.
He's just smart.
Fair enough.
Hey, wait for me! Whoa, a metal grate?
Especially since you don't know what's ahead of you. You might want to keep the way back open.
Why?
Yeah, true.
Thing?
Junpei, it's a metal grate. It won't budge.
Should I order Xenoblade Chronicles 3 now?
You should have done that when it released already. So the answer is yes. There's never a wrong time to buy that game if you ask me.
That is true.
Figures.
Well, there could be a sale at some point, maybe.
That depends on how sales happen in your area. Over here, not really.
Fair.
Those Elevators over there?
Cheers. Drinking along.
No way to know if they're working or not from here.
Oh, there's a door just to the left of this grate. Sounds like it's locked.
Oh yeah. Now we are on the we're in the half of a room that we didn't get to go to first when we originally went through the other room.
Yeah, basically.
Yep. Stairs leading down.
My problem with going back in time to replay parts of this game is that like I need to like get the order of things straight. I think it will get easier on me when we don't have to replay the game from the beginning completely, because this is pretty early on in the game.
They're blocked by the grate, though.
But this here seems accessible.
So we can open it?
If you have the key.
I think it's locked, too. Look.
Okay,
What's
we just
this
need
mark?
a key.
The female symbol.
Did we already get this one explained to us? Was it Venus?
Ah.
Wasn't that the one?
Venus
No,
symbol,
never mind.
I imagine.
I remembered something after hearing it in my life.
I have Amazon points, so I'll get it for free regardless. Well, fair enough.
Do you recall the similar symbols near the large central stairway?
Well, Tifa, do you?
The one with the horns? Or just the symbol, all the symbols in general?
No, I think that came later. I think he's referring to the Mars one.
They reference many of the solar bodies.
So he's
Yeah, what's
just
up with
talking
that?
about the other ones.
Wait, how many planets do we have in our solar system? Wasn't that also 9? Counting Pluto as a planet.
I have no clue.
Can you Google that real quick?
Google.
How many planets?
How many planets in our solar system? 8.
Yeah, no, that's a lie, because they don't count Pluto. There are 9 including Pluto. Am I right?
Pluto is out, yes.
Yeah, so it's 9. Because Pluto is a planet. I don't care what the scientists say.
Oh,
When did Pluto... Pluto was counted as a planet first, but a few years ago they were like, no, it's not a planet,
Yeah, and
right?
then I think they made it a planet again.
Really?
Yeah, I think.
I didn't follow that.
I don't care. I will deny that Pluto is not a not planet.
The sun,
Yeah, it's a little Cyclops.
Saturn, and Earth.
And here's the Cyclops with a targeting thing.
So, as you can see, that one is likely.
Not the woman symbol, but a Venus symbol.
What does astrology have to do with all of this?
I just think it's because one person has a lot of knowledge on it, which was, who was it? Lotus, I think, one of the others. It's put in there. So far we've had subjects on there, or in the game, that some character has a lot of knowledge on.
Fair enough. Gotta hop over to a meeting real quick, but we'll be back. Have fun with a blind twink at the Amnesia Kimbo. We will. We will.
Wow.
Thank you very much, and say hi to everybody in the meeting from us. Maybe still try to do the Coca-Cola carrying thing in the meeting, if it's appropriate. If it's not, do it
Have fun
anyway.
at your
and
meeting.
blame us. Once I readjusted my chair.
So I assume.
All right. This is making me rack my brain. Is it astrology because there's 9 planets and we needed the number 9, or is it just like Tifa said, they just threw in a thing because they knew somebody in the group knew about it?
I'm just going with my thing,
Where's 7?
because I can. Did we lose 7 already?
There he is, down that hallway.
Oh, never mind.
This way, Snake. Follow me. I wonder if this door will...
How about that? It opens.
I like how us, as in Junpei and Snake, were just standing there discussing astrology, and Seven is like, look, doors! Let's see if one of them opens.
I mean, as long as we don't have the key, there's no point standing there.
Plus that, yes. Okay.
That's a fancy little casino room.
Is this some kind of casino?
Sure looks like one.
This is now a gambling stream.
There's no way we won't have to gamble, right? At least once.
Well, this is troubling.
I have a feeling the machines are all rigged.
It seems we are once again locked in.
Is this a shadow figure thing because there's a light here?
I was looking at it as well, but I don't know if it's on the what seems to be like glass case or not, but we're gonna find out
Even
in a
if
bit.
that door was open, it's not like we had anywhere to go that way.
So we must find another exit then.
All right, guys, let's split up and search this room. Come on, no dawdling. Let's go. Quickly now.
Do-do, do-do, do-do. A casino with a bar. Makes sense.
Yeah, it looks nice.
Once the people are drunk, they'll gamble more, I guess.
Have you ever seen a casino without a bar?
I've never been to a casino.
We should totally go to a casino.
No, we shouldn't.
Why not?
Because you are a gambler. And a bad one. You are addicted to gambling. Do I need to remind you that I think you've spent 150% of the time you played Scarlet and Violet with me, you were doing wonder trades, surprise trades, whatever they're called in that game?
Because I like gambling. We should go in one with a set amount of money.
Yes, and yours should be very low. Because I like being able to afford food and shelter.
Like $100.
You will burn through that in 5 minutes.
There's a possibility.
Talking about burning through things, Fodi, if you're still around, are you still on call? And how was your week? Because I think I remember you mentioning that the last ones were kind of like hellish. You deserve some rest. It's a card. That was easy expected, the whole conversation about this. The 5 of spades.
We split up, remember? There's no one to have a conversation with.
Standard run-of-the-mill chairs.
What kind of table is this?
There's nothing on the table anymore. I've never seen one like this. Right now,
Put it in there.
Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is $51 on Amazon. That's not bad.
Yes, it is. Oh my, that's $60?
No,
For
it's
us?
not. The US dollar is currently weaker than the euro again. It's like 94 cents to the euro.
Oh, okay, then.
No, the other way around.
Then
Yeah.
it's not too bad here.
Yeah, I think that's about the same you would pay over here, except in euros. It's a discount, not a big one. Over here, that's the standard price on Amazon after a while.
Yeah. I
Unless
think
it's
we have
a
roughly
new
the same
release.
price. It's worth every penny though.
Yes.
That game was brilliant.
What do we play right now if it wasn't gonna fuck me up emotionally?
I was actually talking about that game with my boss this week. He started playing Xenoblade Chronicles 3 as well. And he was like, oh, I'm really looking forward to it. And you told me about the ending and blah de blah. I'm like, I already started tearing up. I'm like, I cried for like 3 hours straight. And my eyes were filled with tears. And I'm like,
Let's not talk about the ending now, please. Please, boss, please.
you're gonna love it.
It's emotional. Gonna wait till Sunday to order it because weekend deliveries suck at my apartment.
Fair.
Kind of here too. Like the worst is when we go like, yeah, it will be there on Sunday, and it's like Saturday 11 p.m. It's like, I mean, it's still Saturday, but I would have liked it earlier.
And you probably don't even need it then anyway.
It's a chair. Yep, totally a chair. Didn't you do Snake? I think you did Snake, so that I don't need to voice every single character in the room.
Oh yeah, fair. Easy to convince to buy games. This game, absolutely will not regret.
And the last part of the DLC comes out in... Did they announce a date? No, they just showed a teaser during the Nintendo Direct.
They did say the next wave was coming soon. I think we're on the 3rd one.
Yes, the last one with additional content, and then the last one is just an extra story. Yeah.
I didn't check the game anymore since the first wave came out. I need to log in again, see what came out last time.
Still need to play X and all of 2 before I can start free. You'll get there. You'll get there.
Before you know it, you're through. Feels like a chair, nothing more, nothing less.
Snake sounding awfully deep suddenly.
I forgot how Snake sounds. He sounds the way I make him sound.
Usually like this.
Oh look, 2 cards.
Look, it's a card. There's something on the counter. Looks like a card. Playing card. 7 of spades.
We're gonna get a whole set.
A playing card?
That's the one.
A 4 of spades. Booze? Well, will you look at that? Someone left a bottle of booze here. Don't mind if I do. Okay, I think mine sounded like somebody drinking and yours was like the sound coming out of a bathroom at 2 a.m. when your first instinct is to go there and hold back the hair of a person who must be kneeling, hugging the toilet.
That did not sound like puking at all.
It sounded like the last time I did.
What?
Ah, oh, that hits the spot. Feels like my throat's burning.
I kind of expected that to be empty.
Damn, he really drank it. We don't even know how long it's been there. I guess it was good. There's a bottle of some booze and it's sitting on the counter. One more sip. I don't think so. I'm cutting you off, pal. Is that a whimper sound?
I'll take it.
Why is SMT 5 50% off? Because
Which game is
they
that?
still have so many in stock and people aren't buying them.
Super Mario. No. Which one is this?
Super Mario Tarpy 5. That's why it's 50% off. It's a misprint of Super Mario Party.
Yes.
At 50% off, I would probably buy it. Not saying you should, but
Oh, I was completely off.
we've talked about Shin Megami Tensei so many times. Usually Shrift mentions it.
Yeah, that is true, but I forgot the abbreviation.
Wow. There's a lot of expensive glasses. Even cheap drinks taste great out of glasses like these.
50% off is a good deal though.
Am I the only person who does the same thing that Seven just mentioned? Sometimes I like to drink some juice out of a wine glass. Because for some reason when we moved into this place, we bought wine glasses, which I believe we've used once in the 7 years.
Few times.
Twice then. Something like that. But not more than that.
A bit
check
more.
these?
I can still count on one hand, but more than twice.
More than twice, but less than 6 times. There's a whole lot of glasses on that shelf. Doesn't look like there's anything else back there though. Counter's pretty well polished.
Did you already click on the face? Or
No.
vase?
Can't.
Okay.
Due and pay? How?
Wait, can you click on the top of the... Okay, no.
No. Still glasses on that shelf.
I'm guessing that's nothing for now then. Wait, there's also something...
Ow. Hiccups.
You couldn't turn while you were there, no? Because there's also a closet behind you. Maybe you need to... that thing.
No,
Okay,
you don't
yeah.
see a icon here and you don't see one there.
No.
The back and forth just makes me hiccup for some reason. Or maybe I'm drunk for 7 now.
Okay, that's on the case.
Okay.
When you turn both lights on...
Dum dum. Wait, when those 2 lights turn on, I heard something from the bottom of the fireplace. What was that? That's something down there. Did I just accidentally solve a puzzle?
Grab the card first.
Clubs, diamonds, and hearts?
What's that?
Well, when I turn on these lights, they make these shadows on the canvas.
And the shadows look like the 3 symbols, right? Clubs, diamonds, hearts.
If only there was spades. Oh look. Didn't think I'd find a card here.
Where
Card
did you
6.
think you'd find a card?
6 of spades. Coin bag.
See, I thought you were gambling.
There are a whole bunch of coins stuffed into this velour bag. Look at all these coins.
Perhaps these coins will allow us to convince the machines to move. Please, machine, move.
A fireplace. There's some firewood here, but nothing else. I didn't even get to look at what this was before, and I just saw this and clicked it. Oh well.
Put a coin in it.
Wait, what was the symbol? What's this? Clubs, diamonds, hearts.
You think
Remember
they
that.
need to be in order?
Yeah, on the slot machines.
I can just write that down.
You could have also
Club.
just taken a screenshot
Diamond, but I don't have to. There.
or a picture.
Done. Takes longer than just doing this.
Maybe I should press the right button. Clubs,
So
diamonds,
does that mean
hearts.
you need to get a jackpot? Well, this seems to be a slot machine. There's a slot for coins on the upper left side of the face. Perhaps we should put the coins we have recently acquired in there?
Is that really called a face? I mean, I'll take it. Alright, let's put a coin from that bag in here.
Jackpot! What happened? I heard an odd noise.
Well, to be honest, I don't know. I pressed some of the buttons and smacked the machine once or twice, but nothing happened. Oh. Looks like the coin got stuck.
Oh dear.
So...
I was thinking of the blue button as well.
Coins are stuck in there, but good. This machine won't be working anymore. Well, we messed that one. Alright, let's drop this coin in the coin slot. Come on, you little bastards, I only need one of you.
Oh, this one works.
Okay. What did we need?
The middle one is diamond. Or we just need to get the order, so club, diamond, heart.
That's what I'm trying to do.
I was thinking the first machine needs to be all clubs, then the middle one diamonds. This is gonna be...
I suck at this.
Well, you had the first one.
Ah, come on.
But this seems too hard for it to be that, no?
I mean... That was close, no?
Club, diamond, heart.
It's not RNG, right? I would actually need to get the timing right.
Hey, jackpot!
No.
Wait, go back. Maybe something would have happened if you had the jackpot.
This is a tough one.
And what's so tough, if I might ask?
I think this reel's just right. The timing is... well, it's not easy.
I don't believe you need to hit them just right.
Huh? Damn, time to try again. See?
He said I don't believe you need to hit them just right.
Oh! We are morons. What was the order again?
Club, diamond, hearts.
So, club, diamond, heart.
Oh. That makes sense.
It's about the buttons to press, not what thingies to get.
That makes sense.
I feel like I just got smarter. 777. Yes, 777. And I think I hear something unlocking in there.
Impressive, Junpei. It would appear to be unlocked now.
I am smarter than Tifa because I got it. And she did it.
You did solve this one. This would have taken me a while. There is something akin to a drawer in the bottom part of this machine, yes?
I was staring at it and I'm like, why don't you just hit the buttons? I did just in the
He's
right
like,
order.
ow! Now press it.
Oh well.
I'm just looking like, how are we gonna do this?
But for sure I was missing something. Yeah, the right order.
No, we're missing something.
Imagine if we... I mean, is this like equilibrium achieved now? Because first we solved the puzzle without even thinking about it. And now we had to wreck our brains for it. Like,
At least it didn't take too long.
yeah.
This is a pickup drawer for Dividend. Probably the lock for the drawer got unlocked. Please open it if you would. Hey, and a card.
There's something inside.
What is it? Is there something in there?
That's what I just said. Yeah, a playing card. And this key with a Venus symbol on it.
Hey, we got the key. Excellent, Junpei. Now we will be able to open the gate.
And we just need to figure out how to get out of this room.
Correct. Come on, Junpei, hurry up.
And he's off. There's a playing card and a Venus key. Better put the key in my pocket for later. As for the card, the two of spades.
I'm guessing we're gonna get 2 until 9. Maybe an ace that counts as a 1.
Possible. It's the coin slot. I want to play. I don't get to play. The plate says 3. It's for draw we used to pick up money. It's locked tight. I can't get it to open. Main body of a slot machine. I don't need to use this for anything. That was insightful.
Well, we got something now.
What's this?
Hey, another card.
Is this gonna be blackjack? The 3 of spades. Wow, this place is like super amazing. What's this place for? Probably for playing baccarat. It looks like a little off though. Yeah, look at the middle of the table. There's something mounted on it, see? It looks kind of like a Yu-Gi-Oh thingy. No? You activated my trap card.
Baccarat.
Sorry, baccarat.
You ever played Junpei?
No, never.
All right.
Neither
then.
have I.
How about I explain the rules to you a bit?
Oh god, another thing we have to learn.
See, baccarat is kind of an unusual game. You've got the
We're gonna have to
backer
play it,
and
don't we?
the whole point is that you guess which one's gonna win.
I don't like where this is going. Only spies play baccarat. Isn't that... Didn't they play that in one of the James Bond movies? I want to say Casino Royale.
I don't recall ever hearing of this game.
I have. My grandparents told me about it once. But yeah, I remember something.
And whether the banker or the player wins, it all depends on their hands. The way each hand works is different from other games too. You see, you take the number from the ones place after you add up the value of all your cards. Whoever gets the number closest to 9 wins. If your number is smaller than your opponent's, you lose.
Oh, it's kind of like Pazak from Knights of the Old Republic. That was really just blackjack.
So you count everything in
That's
your
it.
hand?
That's the explanation.
Or do you just have one card that is closest to 9?
Well, actually, there's a lot more to it. Strategy, details, that sort of stuff. But what I just told you sums up the core of the game pretty well. The single digit of the sum of all the cards you have. The strongest hand is a 9, and the weakest hand is a 0.
Kind of
Single
like
digit.
in this game where there's 9 people. And together it'd be really strong. Maybe we could overpower our captor. 0.
You just ignore the number in the 10 spot.
Alright.
You get it?
No, not really.
Oh,
but sure.
it isn't about... I was looking at the playing mat and I saw 1, 2, 3, 4. I said, okay, so now you've explained the one part of the playing field thing. What about 2, 3, and 4? But it's for 4 different players, I guess. If you have a 12, it's a 2. If you have an 8, it's an 8. You only look at the number in the ones spot.
Yeah, but how many cards do you get?
He didn't say that.
And how can you get a 12 if it's only one card?
With a 6 and a 6, or a 5 and a 7.
But then there's more cards.
Yes, but 5 and 7 is 12. And
So
anything...
you count up all the cards you have.
Yes, I guess. Jack got it 8 plus 4, exactly.
Okay. So you get 2 cards,
I
you
can
count
play
them
the
up,
game.
and then... Okay, fair.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Well, maybe half of it. Enough. I got a chance at winning the game if I played now.
I still
However-
doubt it.
We have no way
you
of
get 3
knowing
cards,
if the puzzle
no?
in the Baccarat table makes use of those rules.
Because there's 3
If it
thingies.
does, in what manner?
No
And I
idea.
guess we try everything.
Oh, we need to get that card. Okay, so put cards down there. Oh wait, we need...
Hey, 7, are we really supposed to play Baccarat? It's a Baccarat table. What the hell else would we do?
So we need to put down 3 cards that get to 9.
I guess. Stop worrying about it. It's real simple. What's the opponent's hand? Well, there's an 8 in that glass case? Alright, then that's your opponent's number. If that's the case, what 3 cards do we need to get to that number? 3 cards. A couple of indentations with white lines around them, right? Those means we gotta put down 3 cards. So, place 3 cards here and defeat the opponent's 8. That's what I've gotta do, I guess. Yeah, I think so. Something tells me those aren't the only rules. Alright, let's give it a shot. Wild.
Okay, so we're gonna expect the rules.
Well, SMT5 expected delivery date tomorrow, expected play date 3 years from now. But you have it, and if it ever goes out of circulation, because Nintendo is notorious for not printing games at some point anymore, you already got your copy.
At least you can look at it.
Exactly.
FK can update a bunch of AD profiles.
Say hi to all of them, please.
I want to say have fun, but I have no clue if that's fun or not, so
Make
cheers
it fun,
to that.
hopefully.
And Jack drinking along.
I just did too, but most important is that you stay hydrated. Before I start, I'd better make sure I've got the rules straight. There are 3 empty indentations. I'm just gonna pick a card and play it. I figure if I put them in the right spot, something ought to happen. Alright, let's give this a try.
So we get to go to 9.
We need a 9, and we need to use 3 cards to go there. And it can be a 9, or a 19, or a 29. My instinct tells me is to use the highest cards we have, somehow. But we don't
so if
have
it's
the right
18,
cards.
it gets to 1 plus 8?
No, it's an 8. It's not about the digital root, it's about the single digit.
Oh, okay. Then how about for now you just try to match him with 5, 6, 7, see what happens.
But then it's a draw.
Yeah, but see what happens.
Oh wait. Alright, if I just put down these 3 cards. Yes, open for me. Great. You did it, Junpei. You think it's telling us to take the 8 card?
Yes.
Come on, let's grab it.
See?
Wait, that was it. Alright, let's take this card. But
Well, take back the other cards too if you can.
8 of spades. I thought we were supposed to beat 8, not draw
You gotta match it.
on an 8. The 3 cards I put down are stuck to the table. They won't be going anywhere anytime soon.
Okay, then buy cards. Click on the thing above that.
Okay.
Those are coin holders.
We got the 8 card. Don't need to hang around here anymore.
Okay, bye.
Check out that stained glass.
How beautiful.
What? Huh?
Stained glass is colored pieces of glass placed together in a frame. As I've said many times before, I need only touch it to know. I can at least discern the basic structure.
Okay. Stained glass is recessed into the wall. I can see so there's lighting fixtures though. Probably means the stained glass doesn't look outside. That makes sense. That square table. Looks like a mahjong table.
Do you play Mahjong 7? Mahjong or Mahjong?
I have no idea. It's also a word I've only ever seen written down, so...
I think it's Mahjong.
Maybe? I don't remember exactly, but... I do remember a couple of hands in some of the rules, so I figure I must have played at some point.
Excellent. Once we've vacated this vessel, I would like to play a game with you.
Can you, play?
So long as you tell me which tiles I am eliminating, yes, I believe I have at least enough skill to defeat an amateur. However, I must ask you to remove the red tiles when we play. The red tiles. They're different in structure.
Is there a mahjong joke stuck in there that I'm too not mahjong to not get? Because I don't get it.
Well, with some of the tiles I know, it's like the symbol is sort of like engraved in it. Maybe with the red tiles, that's not the case.
It says 9.
Hey, there's the ace.
Yeah, it looks like that cover's hiding something. If this is the cover, then maybe it opens up. Probably does. Let me guess. Ace plus 9. Oh, ace plus 8 is 9.
If the ace is a 1, yes.
Yes, the card slot. Looks like we need to put a playing card in here. Alright, let's give it a shot. And
nice.
in you go. Hey, alright, it opened up.
Now we need to get more 9s.
Yep.
It seems we have another device to contend with, yes?
I have 3 slots in this one.
We need more cards for that.
Let's
I think.
see.
Actually, no, we still have the lower cards.
3 slots for cards. And there's a 9 right below them. So that probably means we're gonna make 9 with the 3 cards we put in the slots, right? Look, that's you. Oh wait, it's 7.
It's you.
Oh, why do their names both have to start with an S? Just like what we did at the Baccarat table. Alright, let's give it a shot. I was like, wait, no, I shouldn't read this.
Well,
2, 3, 4, easy.
No, what's this going to be? There's so much choice.
Easy. Alright, so I put all the cards we have left into the slots. What happens now? Is that it? Yes, I did hear something from the exit.
Excellent work, Junpei. Wonderful. It seems the exit is unlocked. Let's go. Okay, that was surprisingly easy.
Alright, let's go.
Oh.
Was that all there is in this room?
Okay.
That is the
went.
fastest we've ever done a puzzle room, I think.
That did go quite fast. I thought there was still a bit around the corner in the room. Did we already check that?
But there wasn't. I also fully expected the vase to have a point.
Well,
Because
good
it was
job.
standing there.
I think we should celebrate by taking a short break.
That does sound good.
In that
do
case,
In that case,
here, B.
4. BRB.
6.
BRB. What was that? So here's what you don't know. We took a short break, went to the bathroom, got some water, came sit down again. And when I tell Tifa, hey, you didn't close the door to this room, he's like, yeah, no, actually I'm warm. I was like, okay, cool, then just leave it slightly open so that the air gets slightly cold in here. When she sits down, we do the thing.
Because
and then she
suddenly
has a
I got
cold
chicken
shiver.
skin. Or goosebumps.
You don't have chicken skin, you have chicken brain. Either you're warm or you're cold. Make up your mind. What? Bok, bok, bok. Anyway.
So yeah, suddenly cold
The
shiver.
Venus symbol.
You keep coming closer and closer. This is really nice, but no, it works.
Trying to share more.
This is now a shivering stream.
Oh, suddenly I'm really cold.
The Venus key should work here.
Alright.
It sounds like it did.
All right, let's get this thing open.
Let's
No
go.
problem. Let me help with this one.
So, question.
It sounds as though you have opened it.
Question. When we now go use the flow system to go back in time to whatever comes after this, how does the game know which door we took to get there? And I'm saying time travel,
Well,
and I'm also saying
you're still in
hello
a room,
T,
you can't time
happy
travel right now.
Friday. Thank you for saying hi when you only got 9 minutes left.
See, we're gonna get Taco Bell tomorrow.
Yes.
Heck yeah, finally getting Taco Bell. Hope you're doing well. Speaking of lunch,
Hopefully then potentially we can also share some pictures.
I'm
For
gonna
the first time
try
we're gonna have Taco Bell in our life.
your suggestions.
Which were? I'm eating it right now. It was meant to be. Black bean crispy melt. I need to check the menu if I have that. Send pics. We will.
We will. With our luck, it's gonna be that one day in the year it's gonna be closed.
No,
Oh,
then we
black
go to
beans.
another place where we have a Taco Bell in the Netherlands. I don't care. I will keep traveling until I've had Taco Bell.
I'm looking forward to it.
Same.
We should be able to reach C deck now, I imagine.
Black beans are so nice. I hope they have the same. I hope they have something with black beans there as
They
well.
do. That's the vegetarian option. Black beans.
I didn't look at the menu yet.
Oh, real quick. T, how are the kids treating you after Valentine's Day? Because I remember seeing that Valentine's Day heart you got.
The card was adorable though.
Yes. I mean,
Including the snot.
not really well made, but with love, I think. And it was very much personalized because of what she just mentioned. Yeah.
Taco Bell Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and today. What did you have on Thursday then?
Exactly.
Why no Taco Bell on Thursday?
Well, it's Taco Tuesday, not Taco Thursday.
But it's also Taco Monday, Taco Wednesday,
True,
Taco Friday.
every day should be Taco Day. And this is when Tia realizes today is Friday, not Thursday. Dun dun dun. So they climbed all over the cabinets, tried to run away, and threw a bunch of toys at me. And it's only 11:30. To be fair, those are also signs of love. So maybe Valentine's Day heart was not a fake out. I'm just saying.
Didn't have anything on Thursday. That is a sad day.
You know what you should do? Now that you are having your lunch Taco Bell, after work you should get Taco Bell again to make up for not having any on Thursday.
That is actually a good idea.
Every day can be Taco Day.
I feel like getting Taco Bell could also be a really bad idea.
Why?
Like, what if it's really good?
Then we need to move to the Netherlands.
Well,
It could be a really bad idea. What if it's good? We move. Okay. So where's the negative here? Waiting
I'm
teacher?
fine with moving. I think you're less excited.
Guess I'll just learn Dutch then. I need to find a new job there.
Snake, are you gonna be alright? I mean, the stairs.
We could just help him.
Please, do not do yourself the embarrassment of underestimating me. I would be unlikely to trip even if I were running backwards.
Good to hear. Let's move.
Why you gotta be cocky about it, man?
That's kind of part of his personality.
Everything looks okay here.
Yeah, but Taco Bell so often they know me there. But if I didn't go there for a week, would call the authorities to report me missing. That is really sweet.
I think that is adorable. Funnily enough, I actually saw like a meme or a picture yesterday of someone who was like, I ordered Chinese at this place like 6 times a week. But last week I was sick and I didn't order anything. So they came to my house to check on me on why I didn't order. And I think that's absolutely adorable. He's like, oh, I should stop ordering as much. But I think you should order more in this case.
I mean, if you can afford it, if it's tasty, if it's good for you, why not do it? You know?
I think that's nice.
There's worse things to spend money on.
You're probably single-handedly leaving the store open, which is also good.
Exactly. Yeah, I think it's sweet.
We
I
should
think
check
it
the next
is.
deck down, just in case.
But still, I kind of hope Taco Bell will be slightly disappointing.
It's fine, I'll eat yours.
Especially since it's not in the area of where my parents
The
live.
deck is completely underwater.
Then your parents need to move.
It's like a 2-hour travel from there. So I'm hoping it's not that good.
Let me repeat.
I
When your
want it
parents
to be
need
really
to
good.
move.
And I really want to eat it.
I hope it's disappointing for you. This is a real addiction.
I hope so as well, actually.
Okay,
There's
here's
a
the deal.
small part of my brain that wants it to be disappointing.
Here's the deal, Tifa. We go there, we try it out. If it's good, we move to that place and bully your family into moving to us.
How about we just start our own Taco Bell store in Germany? I mean, you can probably
Could do too.
buy the, what do you call it when you...
Franchise?
Yeah, you can probably buy franchise rights and
Yeah.
start your own store.
Potentially. We could be the first owners of one of those stores in Germany. Maybe. But first we need to get out of this ship.
Just like the bottom of the central staircase.
I'm just glad the water level hasn't changed much.
Back to the sea deck then.
Up we go.
Now, how about we check out what's here?
Good exercise. Up the stairs, down the stairs.
There are 2 elevators over there, which means it's probably the same upstairs.
But no, actually, there's a...
There's a card reader between them. And another weird mark.
What was that one? I
the
forgot, but I
one
remember.
with the...
I remember the joke being that it looks like Lotus,
Lotus.
because it's a woman with horns and she's the devil.
Hey, check it out. It's the
Why is
same
my-
for Lotus.
Chair creaking this much. Did I gain that much weight?
owning a Taco Bell. Taco about living the dream.
I like what you did there. Wütender Taco. Why would Taco be angry, man? And why it gotta be German angry too?
I actually kind of like that. Like, I can already imagine and picture a logo that goes with it.
Why would I want to sell food that makes people angry?
It doesn't make you angry, the taco is angry.
But why is the taco angry?
Taco could be angry about many things. About you eating all of its food, about eating its friends, about eating... I don't know. About having so much takeaway, about it having to work because you love the food so much, or it's just so good you get angry. Like, there are so many reasons.
Okay, listen. You and Fodi can open an angry taco place. I will open up a happy taco place.
Like right next to each other. Like,
Yes.
how's your mood?
It's like with Twix, you know, left Twix versus right Twix. We will have happy taco versus angry taco. It's furious about your unexploded colon.
Exploded.
Potentially. But I'll stick with my happy taco.
I would go with the name.
See? It's got the woman symbol, and then it's got the devil horns, right?
Yeah, I see it. No two ways about it.
At least now Seven can laugh along about those
Without
jokes.
getting punched in the face by a Lotus.
Whoa, would you watch it, man? Whoa, that hurts. You're gonna break my neck.
Did he do the chokehold thing?
Possible, or he like slapped him on the back and accidentally almost decapitated him. It was the first thing that came to mind, I'm sorry. I'm happy that the state of my colon is such a high priority to you. I think that's really sweet. Yeah. I'll go with that.
I will go for it.
The human body ain't that weak. Maybe this'll toughen you up, huh?
Is this another bad ending where Seven accidentally kills us over telling a joke? He just snaps our neck.
That would be rather funny.
Uhu at Collins.
If we were looking for a devil, we've got one right here.
This is a Mercury symbol.
Only for my own.
I love every column.
The marks you mistook for horns are a stylized version of the wings and staff of Hermes.
Wings and a staff. Huh.
To still answer your question? No.
Why would you... That's a shitty subject. Let's keep going.
So then... she beats you with the staff until you die and go to heaven.
What's
Wait,
this
sorry, what?
conversation?
Sounds like Lotus, all right.
Is he laughing so hard the world is shaking, or is he doing the thing
I
again?
think it's because of
Seven,
that.
oh, that's
Yeah.
too much. Oh,
He's definitely in the chokehold.
He is gonna end us.
oh, I think I'm gonna puke.
I love you guys. No, you.
I love both of you. Not know you, and you.
Unless we can activate this device, I doubt the elevator will function.
In other words, we gotta find a key card with a Mercury symbol on it.
So I would assume.
Let's forget the elevators for right now.
Didn't the other group get that key? Or key card? Because we
How
had it
about that
back then.
hallway to the
Yeah.
left?
Whoa, there's a bunch of doors.
It's just the one where we do meet up with everyone.
We're not gonna have enough time to check all these, are we?
I think so, but when we first came here, the other group was faster. So the question, I guess, is...
This is where the hospital.
Do we stay
wing is.
faster? Or is it just that they were faster because it was the other group?
Maybe we can come back here later. We should check out the other side. Let's head back.
Why not go through the hallway and just turn the knobs and check which door opens?
Yeah, you can go through
Right this
quite
time.
fast.
There are doors here too.
Oh yeah, here's the
Well, I guess it's
hospital
just
area.
4 this time.
Or the hospital wing.
Let's open them up, starting with the closest one there.
Okay, I'm on it.
See, we talked about Collins and Ranger appears. Hello, Ranger. Happy
Ranger.
Friday. How are you doing?
Happy
And
birthday.
Happy birthday
For
to
Eli.
you and Eli and Kelly and Olivia and everybody else.
Did you already have the smash
locked.
cake then?
I'm going to open it.
Smash cake, slap cake, which one was it? You confused me.
Smash cake. I made the mistake of saying
Yeah.
slam cake on Discord this morning, and then I was like, I think like half an hour later probably, I was like, slam cake. That's not a word, it's smash cake.
No, slamming cake is what we do when we eat it because we just slam it down. But yeah,
Congratulations.
babies in the bath because of smash cake.
He already had the smash cake. I need to see pictures of that.
Of what's left of a cake, maybe.
It was a banana bread one, right? If I recall correctly.
I love how you
I
can't
would
recall
absolutely smash that.
what happens in a video game, but you remember the flavor of cake somebody mentioned once.
Well, yeah, of course. It's cake.
You got your priorities right. Is it the hospital wing? Yes.
What?
And there we go.
Hey, what is this place?
What if Backbrain also works like that? Ask her. Ask her if she remembers the flavor of cake that Eli got today.
I'm quite sure Bev works exactly like me. Like, I have a great memory when it comes to work, for example. I will not forget things for months. And I'm known for that. But when it comes to games, it's like, bloop.
You sicken me. That kind of feels hurtful. Why do you remember things? I mean, it's good that you do because you get paid for it. And that's how you pay your bills. But at the same time, why do you remember those things but not when you spend time with me?
It's like when you hold a controller and all of a sudden you go,
No, that only happens to you.
Yeah, I know.
Then say when I do that.
Could ask her about food from like a month
Do
ago.
it.
If it was tasty, I'm sure she'll remember.
Yes.
Banana oat cake. Mm-mm.
It sounds delicious.
It sounds really nice. We sometimes have I kind of want to call it a dessert cake with banana and oats.
It's breakfast.
Yeah,
It's
banana, oats, milk, egg, bit of peanut butter, honey. So good. Throw it in the oven.
It's a baked porridge and it's absolutely delicious. It's basically cake, but porridge.
It's so huge.
So good.
And empty.
Oh, there are beds everywhere.
I forgot about
Is
this
this a hospital? The harsh scent in the air is reminiscent of antiseptic solution.
My
How does your
question
living
is-
room look, by the way?
Oh yes.
Or your kitchen, or wherever you ate?
Is everything covered in banana oat cake? I wonder, do we get back to like what's it called? What's the opposite of a
meeting
junction?
point?
That thing. Yeah, I guess. Like a meeting point where the story a conversion of the story.
I would think the moment the groups meet, talk about what has happened, we are at the same point again.
Because when we get there, I would speed through the text because we've gone through it already. But at the same time, I wonder if it's going to be different. That's
I think so. There are shelves in the center of the room with medicine and surgical tools.
Hey, look there. The 4 doors at the end.
One of them isn't labeled.
The left door says 3. The second door is blank, but the third has a 7. And the rightmost door is 8. There's no doubt. They're numbered doors.
Hey, why is that door between 3 and 7 blank? Does that mean anything?
That's
No
what we
point
asked.
worrying about it right now. Let's see if these will open first.
Yeah, good idea.
Oh, then there's also the thing that they can't be activated because a part is missing.
Yep, locked.
Yeah.
Just like I thought.
Naturally. After all, there are rules to the nonary game, and to allow these doors to open easily would violate those rules. Unless we can authenticate ourselves with the red, the numbered doors will...
Whoa, check this out. Look at the red. There's nothing on it.
Called it. Because of
Don't you remember the red back at the main staircase? If there wasn't anyone in it, it said vacant on the little screen, remember?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're right.
But this one,
There's nothing.
right? You think it's broken?
So real quick, let me check this thing. So we've done all of this. I guess now the question will be which...
No, we still need to do this middle thing.
Yeah, and this part.
Yeah.
I mean, potentially we could go through this, but I think going like that would make more sense. Question is
don't
just
think we'll
which one is
really-
this?
Yeah, I don't think we'll really know which one that is. I say we just go for another door that we've gone through. And honestly, I forgot which door we went through before.
But last time when we got to a junction where we had to pick a path, the game told us which one we've already done.
Oh yeah, true.
Only one way to
So
find out.
At least there's that.
Let's just pick the one that we haven't done yet.
Yeah.
In
And
the end, it doesn't
Nope.
really matter which one.
Nothing.
How about the red on door 7? And door 3?
I didn't think all of them would be malfunctioning.
What does it mean?
They've got to be broken.
could it be that this is happening because the group hasn't regrouped yet? Because when they were eventually fixed, it was because all of the surviving members of the group had made it into this room. And right now it's just the 3 of us.
I'm not sure I get you. We're going through the exact same thing.
I didn't think Zero was the kind of guy who'd screw around with something like this.
Yes, but either way, once we got to this point in the story,
Yeah.
the doors were unable to be used.
Yes.
And at the time when we found out that the doors don't work, we had just regrouped. And then we all left to look for something, and then we came back, and then the doors had been fixed. And then Snake was gone.
But that still needs to happen.
That's not what I'm talking about, though.
Well, then I'm confused. Because right now it's still going exactly as with the other group.
Yes. but
Except that they will walk on us.
Except that's not what I was talking about.
That's why I'm confused. Also, Mattenhard, welcome back.
Welcome
Jack
back.
is speaking riddles
Maybe
again.
you understand what I'm talking about. I'm saying the doors are broken because only a part of the people in this game have reached the room.
Oh, that's what you mean.
Basically what I said earlier.
So you don't think someone fixed it from our group, but that it just opened automatically because all of us were there?
No, they did point out that parts were missing somehow.
Well, it could be that they just plooped out automatically, like I'm...
No, what I'm going for is, I think Zero, or whoever else is running this game, keeps railroading us into situations. I mean, yes, that's clear anyway, because they have a Mind Master. But they don't want a small group of people to just rush through the whole thing, leaving the others behind.
Yeah, makes sense.
Thank you. That's what I was going for. It took a while, but we managed to finish this conversation. I'm very proud of you. Thank you.
I'm glad we managed.
Whoa. Zero's been prepared for everything so far, and you're saying he's gonna make a mistake now?
No, I think that's on purpose. Also, Mortenard, did you manage to work in a Coca-Cola carrying thing in your meeting? That's the
You
most
went to
pressing
her
question right now.
Coca-Cola
Only thing I
carrying
can
thing.
think of. This thing ain't working at all.
Apparently, I'm also the only one remembering that commercial from back then. So.
I don't recall it at all.
It
True.
seems as if some of the internal hardware has been removed.
Curse of being old.
Internal hardware?
That is what I said. Take a look at the underside of this red, if you please.
Unfortunately, no. Next time.
Can make your own.
Huh, there's a thin slot here. I think it's a slot for something. Probably electronic.
I still have no clue what they're talking about on this machine.
Well, apparently something down here is different about these.
The other 2 reds are the same. Something's been removed from all 3 of them.
See?
I get it. So the reds aren't working because somebody pulled out their guts.
Did we split up? Because apparently we were first to get through our group of puzzles.
Well, I believe in the previous group we were in this room talking about this, and then the others walked in on us before we split up.
Yeah, but it turned out they were actually done already. They had just already started looking around.
Yeah, exactly. So it could be that if we still go with this path, they will start walking in on us soon.
Yeah.
Or we are the group that split up before, started searching, because they also said they already checked the hallways back then.
Yeah.
And then we group up. Depends on whether we
So
keep
I
going in
assume.
that line.
But why? And who? I mean, it really doesn't make sense.
I have no idea. Why on earth would I know something like that?
Because you act like you know a lot of things.
Nope,
And
there
that's
they
the
are.
second group. Yeah.
June!
now
Ace,
they check the
Santa,
other hallway.
Clover, and Lotus.
Guess everyone's here.
What are you guys doing?
Why are you...
That's my line?
Perhaps we should exchange information.
That is
Yes,
a
we
smart
should.
plan. Share.
And that's what we know.
Share.
And we're back to where the stories converge, right?
Well, this isn't good. If the red is inactive, we can't keep going.
What about that big hallway? Maybe there's somewhere in there we might be able to go.
No, there's nothing there. The 5 of us had a quick look.
Okay,
Oh,
this
see,
is the part we've
it's-
already done,
Many
right?
more
Yeah.
hospital rooms, but nothing else.
You mean all those doors are for hospital rooms?
Yes. There are a number of individual rooms in addition to this large one.
There was a door at the
Okay,
end of the hallway,
so
but it was locked.
currently we're
It had
going
one
in a
of those
repeat.
solar system mark things on it.
Okay, so then
It was
this
a Jupiter symbol.
is all the same until we get to the point where we need to choose the door, right?
Jupiter.
That's what I would believe, yes.
So that means Snake
I wonder what it means.
dies again.
While we're asking what things mean, what's the deal with this room? I mean,
Yes,
I
true,
thought
right?
this was a cruise ship, but I can't imagine a cruise ship would have a hospital like
I
this.
think the person who dies here remains the same.
Well, I figure it's
dies.
probably a hospital ship. Chances are it's the Gigantic.
Potentially.
The gigantic?
What is this gigantic?
Yeah, but if we would, for example, go through these rooms now, we can go through the same room now. I think
What do you mean?
if Snake would now not die and someone else dies instead, I think we'll have difficulties with the rooms later.
Yeah.
So I think Snake will still die at this point.
The
Unfortunately,
gigantic.
no. To the...
No,
oh,
that
no,
was
that
about the
was
cola thing, I
earlier,
think.
sorry.
She was a sister ship to the Titanic.
Yeah,
back
okay,
in the
this
early
is
20th
repeat.
century.
Yeah.
Actually, the Titanic had 2 sister ships, and they looked exactly the same. The Gigantic was said to be one of them. They intended to make her a passenger liner like the Titanic, but World War I began soon after the ship launched.
So do I skip through the text until we get to the choice, or do we just keep going like this?
British Navy took her over and made her a hospital.
Because there's quite a bit of it. And we've seen
Honestly,
it.
I'm
At some
fine
point
with
during the war,
skipping.
the Gigantic was damaged by a German mine in the Aegean Sea.
Can we...
Oh, can you just click to that one now?
I would think so.
Well, we really don't have a choice now. We can't let his sacrifice go to waste.
Alright,
Okay, so Ace now put himself to sleep.
Ace puts himself to sleep and Snake has gone missing. That has to happen.
Right?
Alright.
Like you even mean that.
You say something?
No, nothing.
Okay.
But we're not done choosing yet, are we?
Yeah, Snake is gone.
Is there something in between? No.
Well, we haven't decided who's going in what door.
It would have said...
Ah, yes. Yes.
It would have had a
Enough
symbol
screwing
in
around.
between.
Let's decide.
I mean, I hope so,
First,
but...
Lotus, which door do you want?
I want door number 8.
Yeah, doors where you
Same
had
number as
an
my
option. Had like a
Got
key
it.
or
You're
another
right.
symbol.
You're next, 7.
Yeah.
Which one do you want?
I was thinking
I'll take 7.
at some
Can't
point
get along without
Santa gave us the...
What? What
the
did you
bookmark.
just say?
But I don't recall where that was. I think it was in the next puzzle room. but I could be
That's
wrong.
marked as well.
Oh, you
Every
really
room with a
put
choice
time.
is marked.
Yeah.
All right, who's next? Junpei, which door do you want?
So we've gone through 7. We still need to do 3 and 8.
I would... Wait, can you check the flow? Maybe we can... see... Oh,
No. Oh, you mean like it's the left one is 3, the middle one is 7, and the right one is 8 because like left to right.
Yeah, maybe we could have seen, but I think we got the far left one. So then this doesn't say anything.
Well, if we want to spoil Ace from getting his hands on all of the bracelets, I say we go through door number 3.
Go for it.
As in the bracelets of the people that have died already.
We'll do all of them anyway.
Number 3.
Nope, you can't.
Huh?
Excuse me.
Why?
Because it's impossible.
No, it's not.
If we split ourselves into 3 and 3, then we give up on going through door 3.
Why?
The bracelet numbers for the 6 of us are 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
You could have just said 3 to 8.
There are 2 combinations that can go through door 3 with 3 people. 3, 4, 5, or 6, 7, 8. That's it. Of course, 2 teams can't go through the same door.
Did that ever get established?
I see. That means one team would get left behind.
I mean, we have never tried, right? I mean, you can't go in while it's occupied, but what after they solve the puzzle room? Does it become vacant again?
That's right.
We haven't checked.
Good question, but then all the puzzles would already be solved.
Yeah,
because
so you can
someone
just
needs
walk through.
to set the room.
Yeah, but then you can just walk through, no?
I have a feeling it will stay occupied.
That doesn't happen if we go through door 7 or 8?
No, they're fine. We've got 3 options. Option A, have 3, 5, and 8 go through door 7, and
That's the one
4,
we did.
6, 7 go through door 8. Option B, 4, 5, and 7 go through 7.
I hope we just get another choice thing and we don't have to do the math ourselves, because
3, 6, and 8 go through 8.
the more numbers I hear, the less likely I am to understand what I need to
Option
do.
C.
I'm on a vacation. I don't need to think anymore.
Exactly. I have Excel spreadsheets for this.
3, 6, and 7 go through 7, and 4, 5, and 8 get 8. Those are the only 3 options. That's it. At least if we want to get all 6 of us out of here.
Here we go.
Wait.
Wait.
That means 5 and 6 can never be on the same team. If we want all 6 of us to go through a door, then June and I can't go into the same one.
Well, that's fine. We split up now as well.
Have you mulled it over enough, or do you need more time? Anyway, that's the deal, so think it over. You've got 2 choices, 7 or 8. You
Well,
can't choose 3.
then...
If you choose 3, you're gonna be leaving 3 people behind to die. So what are you gonna do? 7 or 8? Time to choose.
After thinking it over, his conclusion was...
But I still want to go through door 3.
I need
This
to...
has to be the short end.
I need to get there.
What? That's nuts! You've got to be crazy!
Somebody has to say it.
Why the hell are you so obsessed with that door?
Could have done 8 as well first, you know?
Because morphogenetic fields from the past tell me that in another life, the other Junpei back then chose door number 7.
This
and
is
that
such
led
a
to
big
disaster.
move.
I'm just
Yeah, now we're the bad guy.
curious about door 3. That's all.
I'm gonna sacrifice 3 of you and
Yeah.
possibly kill you, because I'm curious.
Exactly.
Curiosity didn't kill the cat, it killed you.
I'm with Santa on this one. Doesn't explain shit.
Basically.
Reason? I'd be happy to explain it to you if you'll just come with me.
That's blackmail,
It's about
sort
the
of.
red. 7, would you mind authenticating for me?
What? Why?
Wait a second. That's door number 3, right?
Yes.
So we took Santa along. 7 is 7. Plus Santa is 3 is 10. Plus us is 15 is 6. We can't go through
Please,
this door.
just do it.
Yeah, please just do it.
Is he gonna whip out the bracelet that we didn't pick up?
Happy?
Yeah, thanks. The number 7 has been entered into the red. Next is June. Please touch the red just like 7 did.
It's...
Jumpy, what are you trying to figure out?
Yep. I think I might have found another way out.
What?
What?
Are we going to kill people right now?
Really?
No, I think we really
please,
do have the
June.
bracelet.
Oh, okay.
But we didn't pick it up. We were there. We even swapped to the novel mode to see all of the description.
Well, one way to find out, and that's by pressing A.
Are we getting another Danganronpa V3 moment where a character did something that happened off screen while being on screen?
All right. The only people who haven't authenticated now are Santa, Clover, and Lotus.
3 plus 4
Okay.
is 7 plus 8 is 15 is door number 6.
So, what's your point?
You don't get it. Think about it.
Huh?
What are we supposed to get?
What's the sum of your number and Clover's?
12,
And what's the digital root of that?
3.
Which is Santa's number. By the way, Lotus, what's the number that's currently
So?
in the red?
7 plus 6 plus 5 equals 18. It would be 9, right?
Yes, and what will the digital root be if you add 3 to that?
3, the door's number.
There you go.
Hey, wait a minute. What the hell are you up to?
I don't get
That's
it.
a good question.
I'm not up to anything. I'm just waiting.
Waiting for what?
I'm waiting for the balance to shift. Santa, or Lotus and Clover. Once one of you moves, the others won't have a choice.
Oh! We set them up so that people now have to sacrifice themselves. That is such a dick move.
If we got killed after this, I would have understood, but...
So I'm waiting.
What the fuck?
He led them over there, told them, oh yeah, let's just check something out and make... Damn.
You son of a bitch! You tricked us!
I mean...
But now we just need one bracelet to open door 3.
Yeah,
the
but-
rest they don't need to go in.
Correct.
If they now scan it
Yes.
and go like, okay, you won, then just don't go through the door. It will close again and then it restarts.
That's the thing that I'm iffy about, yes.
So it's okay, yes, this setup is an absolute dick move.
I fucking love the scene Junpei being an absolute fucking chat. Yes, I did
We
not think
absolutely are.
he would trick them into doing it. I expected there to be some like 30 minutes conversation about the how and why, and when everybody is like, oh, we're all friends, let's agree, oh, this is the best way. So, no, just manipulate them into doing it.
I think yes, that's brilliant, but there is a way around it. Like I said, they don't have to go through the room. All they need to do now is get to the number 3, refuse to go in, and that's it.
But the thing that still messes me up about this, and this is why I think the 9th man still lives, or it was a fake or whatever, we have been told the moment the door opens you have 9 seconds to enter the room and 81 seconds to activate the dead so that your thingy doesn't make you explode. That didn't happen in the very beginning.
That's it.
The 9th man took Chloe hostage. Clover.
Yes.
Clover. He took her hostage.
Yes.
3 people swiped their thingies.
Yes.
Only he went inside.
Yes.
He couldn't find the dead.
Yes.
He exploded.
Yes.
The others didn't.
Because they weren't in the room.
But
It's only if you enter the room. Seeing how they didn't enter, they don't get punished. That's how you can kill someone, by just pushing them in the room.
then why are they arguing now?
Because I'm guessing they forget that you don't need to enter the room.
Like me. Apparently. Let's find out.
All that stuff you were going on about is all bullshit!
Bullshit? Huh. I don't think so. Didn't I tell you I'd figured out another way to get out of here? This is it.
This is such a dick move.
The bomb activates when you enter through the doorway.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, but then we could just, I mean, not us, but Junpei feasibly, if he deduced that from that scene, because I clearly hadn't, he could just tell them, hey, if you just swipe your thingy there, we can go through this door, and then just like earlier with the 9th man, you can just wait here, and then you use your thingies on the other door.
Why the hell would you do something like
It
this?
doesn't work.
Jumpy.
You did this just so you could go through the same door as June.
Yeah,
So what do you mean that they can just use it on the other door?
that's what we did after the 9th man died. We still used our bracelets to go through the doors. So you can use them on as many doors as you want. If you don't enter them, it just resets. That's what
Yeah,
I'm
but
saying.
then this whole point is because we can't go through this door then anymore either. Then this whole scheme was for nothing.
No, you
And then we're back at square one.
I know this game is confusing and I get confused a lot, but every time I have a thesis, you seem to completely not understand me.
Yeah, because you're not explaining it clearly.
I wanted to, and then you started talking again.
Yeah, I was gonna say what you said, but go ahead.
How would you say what I'm saying when you misunderstood what I said?
Yeah, then go for it.
Here's what I'm trying to say. Junpei tricks people into swiping their watches so that we, together with June and somebody else, can go in there, at least 3 people. Yes?
Yes.
Correct. Now, assuming the scenario from the beginning with a 9th man, with the people who swiped but didn't go through, they don't explode and they can just use their watch on a door again to unlock it again, is still a thing. Yes?
Yes.
Then he could just tell them that, and if we can use numbers twice, I don't do the math because I'm really bad at math, but potentially there's a way that all of us can move through all 3 doors. Nobody needs to stay behind because you can use some numbers twice.
Yeah, but it's a rule that who scans it that goes in also has to go out together. So even...
But they don't have to go inside with us. We just need them to swipe so that we have at least 3 people make up the number to open the door.
But then you are dead. The people who activate the red all have to activate the deaf.
The bomb activates when you enter through the doorway.
Yes, but you need to swipe the deaf to deactivate it.
Then why didn't the other 2 people die in the beginning when the 9th man pulled exactly this move?
Oh my god, because 9 died, he swiped it, but because he was alone, you all need to swipe it.
But he made 2 other people swipe as well.
Yeah, but... Okay, wait. Let me start over because you're
you're
not seeing the logic. If you swipe the red,
yes.
Let's say only 2 people need to go in. We 2 swipe the red.
Yes.
Only the 2 people that swipe the red, in order to deactivate the bomb for everyone, also have to swipe the deaf. Yes.
The bomb activates when you enter through the doorway. Thank you, by the way, Mortenot, because I keep pointing at your message, because that is the reason why the bombs didn't activate. So I'm saying either...
I'm quite sure he's shouting at you.
No. Either what Mortenot wrote is correct, and you can open the thing, and if you don't go into the room, you're safe.
Yes, but the person who went into the room isn't safe.
Correct.
Because you... Also, if I go in the room and you decide to stay behind, I will still die because you didn't activate the death as well.
Oh, so it's about if in this scenario, if you don't follow me through, it is on your consciousness that you killed me.
Basically.
Then say that.
Oh my god, I am yelling at Jack, thank you. Like, I see what you're saying, because you believe the moment you swipe that death, you're safe.
We can shorten that, yes.
Exactly.
I'm on the same page now.
Okay. But if I don't swipe it, you will die regardless.
Do you find a recurring theme where I have a theory and Tifa doesn't understand a lick of it, and then Tifa has a theory and I don't understand a lick of it? But somehow, you keep understanding. It's pretty amazing to me.
Because your mind all goes like...
Yes.
My theories are pretty clear.
My brain is going full Danganronpa mode in this.
Yeah, that's exactly your problem.
That's not a problem, it's a
then
skill.
You don't... The problem is that you don't believe what I'm saying.
Oh, you're saying I'm the problem?
You are the problem.
It's
people. Not me, it's you.
Junpei's a dick, but they don't want him to die. See, now I get it.
That's it?
Oh, I'm glad we solved this. Now I can sit straight again.
Thank you. And apparently, yes, the power of bonus is strong with Junpei.
So, who's it going to be? Santa or Lotus and Clover?
Well, I hope it's Santa, just because the conversation in there will be really interesting. Your theory, we don't understand each other's theories. Correct. And
my theory is like Jack is bad at theory.
The weird thing is, when we're playing the Danganronpa games, we didn't have that issue. This seems to be an isolated 999 incident. And I think, here's my new theory, that is because there is morphogenetic fields and there's morphogenetic counter fields, that, like magnets. You know, if you put them the right way, they attract each other. That was Danganronpa for us. We gelled. We had different ideas, but they worked. And in this game, we oppose each other. Reality neither, if you understand what's literally happening right in front of you. That is one way to put it, but yeah, maybe.
Shit!
Well, I feel like what is happening in front of me is that we are being a complete ass right now.
Yeah. And I love it.
Let's go, Clover.
Fuck!
Yep.
Lotus is like, yep.
Bye.
I saw this happening.
This is insane!
He made it first.
Right!
Yeah, well, you may be right, but
He made it through. Oh, we're gonna fight, aren't we?
If we got killed after this, I would have fully gotten it. We're still gonna get killed, right? There's no way we're not going to get
Now we unlock the ending where Santa just...
Son of a bitch, Junpei! This isn't fair!
Where Santa had enough of Junpei's bullshit.
I would stab us.
What you just did? You leave them out there, and they can't...
Shut it! That's enough! We gotta find the dead or none of this is gonna matter!
Yes.
We got less than a minute left. No time for screwing around. Get moving!
Damn it! You and I are not done yet, bastard! Where the hell is it?
Is this gonna be the ending where we are the bad guy?
Over there! It's gotta be behind the door!
We'll be the killer.
Yeah, it's us. We're the baddie.
it's pitch dark inside.
Can't see a thing!
No, wait! I found it! The dead's right over here! Ugh.
And now we found Snake.
What?
Yeah.
The floor's slippery!
Hey! What the hell are you doing?
Oh, true.
Get over there!
Forget this. What just happened?
Dead!
Well, basically, we backstabbed everyone. We sacrificed 3 people to stay
Junpei
behind.
went full Junko and manipulated people into opening the door so that he can go through with... Oh, June.
Which means that several people will not be able to go through a door right now.
Yeah, we just locked 3 people out of progress. And we did find Snake.
After all this, honestly, I would suspect us. We just basically killed 3 people.
The moment the clock on the thing stops ticking, if I was Santa,
Actually, no.
I would hurt Junpei.
We didn't kill 3 people. But he doesn't know that. Technically, yes. But we end back up. Or when we don't do this, we end back in the hospital room.
Yes.
Which means we reunite and then can still will split up and go through
Yes.
the other rooms. So in the end, it will work out fine. But at this point, Junpei doesn't know that and basically fucked him over.
Or he knew this because we
No
went
way.
through the first part together with 7 now. And he's like, hey, wait, we can just block the doors. You know, we can just open them again.
Yeah, but he doesn't know. You can't block the door we came through. And he doesn't know we'll get back to the hospital room. So in the end, it will be fine.
Unless, thanks to morphogenetic fields and time travel, he
Your
knows.
time travel.
Or something told him. He
No.
had a hunch.
I would punch you so hard right now.
Stopped. It stopped.
Yeah, this is the scene in the movie where the survivors in the room have a brawl.
It reminds me, we didn't do anything with the L and R on the
No, because
wall,
when
did
we got access to this room the first time around, all the puzzles were solved already.
I don't think I'll ever get used to doing this.
Manipulating people like that? Hopefully not. Oh yeah, now we're standing in a corpse. Let's swap to novel mode for this. The sound of retching came from Santa's direction.
What the hell is this smell? This is vile. I'm gonna puke.
So desperate had they been in their race to the dead that no one had noticed the horrible smell that pervaded the room. It was a terrible nauseating stench like burnt and rotten meat. Adrenaline had drowned it out, but now it rolled over Junpei in waves, forcing itself into his nose with every breath he took.
Oh, you're right. This is...
He felt his stomach clench and bile rise up in his throat.
Let's get the lights on first. There's a switch over here.
Oh, the lights aren't even on yet. We just see that. Okay. The light had spilled in from the door, barely illuminated... The light that spilled in from the door barely illuminated a small switchblade next to the door. Slowly, with a toll of the last few minutes apparent in his gait, Seven walked toward it.
Oh,
the
the sloppy sound.
He stopped as he got close and extended his fingers towards the switch.
Okay, guys, I'm flipping it on.
There was a soft click as the lights came on. Just as the light turned on, June took in a short breath and... yeah. A scream echoes through the room. Junpei's breath stopped in his throat, just like mine did. His heart ceased to beat. Time froze. His mind scrambled to make sense of what he saw before him.
What? Hey. Oh, this is...
What was left of the body sat in a sea of blood. Chunks of flesh torn from the body sat in the blood like tiny islands in a great red sea. A vast ragged hole had been torn into the torso, and what remained of his intestines spilled out of it like fresh spaghetti. Thank you so much for the descriptions. The lovely squelch ASMR.
Yeah.
You're welcome. Smaller chunks of meat had splattered against the wall and become stuck there as they dried. Globules of yellowish fat had left trails like tiny slugs as gravity pulled them down the wall, even as they dried to it.
Looks like an explosion.
Seven's voice was low and strained.
Just like the knife man. The detonator in his bracelet set off the bomb in his gut.
Oh god. The bone is coming out of his left arm.
It's definitely an open fracture.
Even if you don't swap to a novel for all of this, it looked as though the explosion had been quite powerful. His legs were both bent in an odd, unnatural way, and his left arm had split open, exposing the painfully white bone of his ulna. And that's the same text as back then.
The face is the worst.
Yeah, you can't even tell who it is.
But the clothes are...
Is that... Snake?
Good thing, I guess, that that Santa got here first. Because I feel like if Clover had been in here, she'd be out for the rest of the game. Understandable. Not a diss, but I get it.
Oh my god. Why did this happen? Stop! Calm down.
Yeah, now I need to deal with that.
June wasn't in there before, yeah.
True.
Hey!
We didn't let her watch when we went through the other room.
Yeah.
Get me out of here! You have to let me out of here! Why are you doing these horrible things to us? What did we do to deserve this?
Great going, Junpei. You selected a room with your penis, and this is what happens. Am I wrong?
June.
Get me out of here! Please! Please! Just let me out!
Good luck calming her down.
Rip.
June. Calm down.
No! Get off of me! Let me...
We need to solve a puzzle to get out of here again. Probably through that door.
Most likely, yes.
Please, calm down. We're gonna be fine. It's gonna be alright, June.
And now, someone punch him.
That's kind of hard to believe in that moment, no?
It's going to be okay, Connie. I'll be here with you, okay?
Thank you. Thank you so much, Jumpy.
Thank you so much for making me see this.
Do you feel better?
Yes.
I think in this moment we can temporarily forget that he forced us in this room, basically.
Yeah.
But I'd like to stay here. For a little while, at least. Jumpy's body is so warm.
For a second I thought she meant in the room. And I was wondering why she was shouting that she wants to be let out, and now suddenly it's like, oh, I want to stay in this room.
Yeah. And I still wonder, does she actually have a thing for Junpei, or is she... like, does she have some other motive behind all of this?
Might be in one of the endings.
So let's talk about the fact that I made you all come in here with me.
Better get to it.
We're not discussing it.
I think everyone's in too much shock.
Alright. Your room, Tofu. This one seems easy. I mean, layout-wise. Alright, let's see if anything happens when I turn you. Nope, nothing. Not even a drop. It's a pipe clog.
So...
Now you have to move left first. Those letters written in blood. LLR? Do you think that might be some sort of dying message from Snake? No, that's impossible. You saw the body. You aren't doing anything after something like that happens to you. Then this... Whatever blood's dry tells you it's real old. Whereas blood this is, it ain't Snake's. And you're saying this blood was put here a long time ago? Yeah. Makes sense.
Imagine though, if Snake would have died 2 meters to the right.
Yeah.
Then this entire message would have been covered.
There's a chance we wouldn't have seen this, yeah. Very true. Think seeing the dead body kinda sobered the mood? Yeah.
I think we'll still get to that in the next room.
It's one of those kind of events that even if you're really drunk, suddenly you're not drunk anymore.
A light switch. We can't go towards his body.
Wait, LLR. Left, left, right?
Could be. Let's explore first. But we have toilet paper.
With red stripes on it.
I'm guessing blood. Oh,
It's
never mind.
toilet paper like with some kind of red symbols on it. I think maybe that's a side-tail cipher. Side-tail cipher? What the hell is that? Wrap a piece of paper on a stick and then write several sentences on it so that the whole paper is filled up. Then you unwrap the paper and you can't tell what the original message was, right? That's how it works, more or less. And to decipher it, you gotta have a stick that's the same diameter as the original one.
Not the first thing I would have thought of, but thank you,
Same
Seppen.
diameter as the original one, huh? Yeah. And you just wrap the paper around that stick and you can read the code.
Okay.
Oh
So,
dear lord.
We have more toilet paper?
A stack of toilet paper.
No.
A wooden box. There's something in here. Luminol.
What's that?
What the hell is this thing? Some kind of spray bottle? There's something written on it. Lumen... Can't read anything else, the label's all faded. Let me see that. I just grabbed it from him. That wasn't very nice. No, this is luminol. You know, forensics guy use it as a crime scenes. At crime scenes. Oh yeah, that stuff that glows blue when you spray it on blood. Even if the blood's been wiped off, it'll still glow.
So we probably need to spray it on the message and
Yeah.
it will say a word or something.
And then it's gonna be an Orlean hospital moment.
Probably, yeah.
June, Santa and Seven all got shocked by the body, but I'm sure Lotus and Clover are off in the other room. Pissed off and just waiting for Junpei to come back so that they can hit him.
Especially Lotus. Lotus is flipping her shit right now.
Yes. Hell baby! Hell yeah baby, it's luminol time! Not nearly as fun outside of Ace Attorney.
I'm guessing
never-
that returns in the game.
Played enough of that to get to a luminol part. Maybe one day we should. Go for it. One box, nothing else interesting in there. A shelf. There's some toilet paper and a wooden box on it. A thick pipe that stretches down from the ceiling. How about we check the clue first?
First,
Or not?
rest.
A dividing wall that separates the toilets. Also, this is really wild to me. The toilet doors are like only to your knees. No.
I need to see that again.
Wow.
Oh, that they're so open.
Yes.
Yeah, fair.
Lotus is about to make her own knife ending when Junpei gets back.
It could be one of the endings. Like,
Wouldn't be shocked.
I wouldn't be shocked at all.
The ending is called Junpei was a dick to everybody and they took out their frustration and revenge on him.
This is probably the short ending that's shown all the way on the right side,
Yeah.
where everyone teams up on us and
Moral of the story, don't be a dick.
take turns stabbing us.
There's some toilet paper on this shelf.
What do you think this is?
It looks like tar.
Star blue.
It's kind of sticky. Don't think we can just wipe it off. I doubt just putting some water is gonna help much either.
What about hot water?
Hot water.
If we had some really hot water, like boiling hot, then maybe that would wash it off.
Potentially. Some kind of weird stain.
In the toilet bowl.
It's a water tank for a toilet. I've seen a lot of OC guys try and hide a piece in something like this. Usually for 187 or something. Guess they think it's clever. Don't know why Valve. Don't know when Valve figured everybody else thinks it's clever too. That threw me off. Huh? I mean, I know peace, but what's OC? Organized crime. What is that? Some kind of police slang? Huh? Probably. Huh? What did I say? Why does he look all sad now?
Maybe he was a police officer.
Possible. That's not really important right now, guys. Let's just check it out, alright? Why he's not wasting any time.
As we shouldn't. Oh, a screwdriver.
Finally something hidden in the toilet thing.
It had to be at least once with all of the times we
Yes.
worked. They even checked this thing.
Yes.
It's a screwdriver. We can unscrew things with this.
Like the situation?
Was there something we needed to unscrew somewhere?
Not that we found it yet.
Anything else in
The
it?
toilet's tank. There's nothing in it. Which means we can't flush it. Can't have to flush a toilet without water.
Oh, I'm trying to
Still a tank.
leave. Next stall.
Can we now talk about the doors? Because
like you can just stand here.
ain't no privacy there.
And if you're tall, you might just look someone straight in the eyes while he's pooping.
Just make eye contact while they're doing their business.
Yeah. And don't blink. Just wait there. What are they gonna do? Throw toilet paper at you? Like they'll screw themselves.
Not like they're gonna get up and come after you, right? There's nothing in the toilet. If there was, that would be gross. Yes. Might be something in the tank, you know? Let's open that shit up.
Open that shit up. Oh, a red
Oh, red
key
key card. It's a red key card. Probably a key card. It's a red card, probably a key card. Do you remember if you saw a card reader anywhere around here?
This was the one that brought us back, I believe, if I recall correctly.
Something like that. No.
That's all the same, I would think.
I don't think so.
That's the law.
Actually. I already checked all 3 toilets, you know. Nothing unusual there.
Okay. And that's where we... Oh.
Oh god, plumbing. There's a piece of paper tied to this pipe with a wire. Notice, drainage valve operation. Please do not flush the water in these pipes. Doing so may cause the drain to overflow. Click them.
Genetics.
It looks like the flow of water can be controlled with these handles. We can't put any water with a pipe on the right though. If we do that, it'll start overflowing from the drain.
Do we want it to overflow? Okay, so now we have it on.
I think so.
Which was the toilet we needed to flush?
Yeah, that one. But you need to flush. There's a lever over here on the tank. Nothing happens when I pull it though.
Didn't fill with water yet.
Nothing. Doesn't flush. Probably because the tank's empty, genius. The pipe that's supposed to fill it must be clogged. Or couldn't you just get some water and put it straight in there?
Okay, so we need something for water. But how about we first take a short break and then continue?
Sounds good.
I'll stay here, see if the thingy goes on after. BRB.
BRB.
And we're back.
Can I tell you that I love that we found a way to do this together?
I'm very happy.
Thank you. It's the small things. I appreciate this. By the way, even though you're not doing it for points, I'm keeping a list of predictions for you guys. Why can't I
A
read?
list of predictions you guys make for later. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That is really sweet. And maybe when we we play the other games in the series, we could start making predictions again ourselves too. Because I didn't think we would be doing something like this during this game already.
I don't think I would have had any here anyway.
Yeah, fair enough if you don't know what you're about to get into. Yeah.
It only worked because of what we did. But I'm curious because I don't even recall my own predictions anymore.
I mean, I already know that I'm gonna win by points, so... But I'm interested in knowing by how much. You can just press the V button on the keyboard.
Oh,
Wait. You don't really think we're supposed to use the luminol here, do you?
Well, yes.
Yeah, it does seem kind of weird to use it here.
But this makes sense to use it here.
Maybe I should try it just in case. I could make a spray bottle sound effect with my mouth. Alright. See? Listen to this. This is a Dutch spray bottle. Do it again. This is a German one.
You would go...
No, that's pew pew pew.
No, that's pew pew pew, but...
This is now a sound stream. I don't know why Jack always reads any message with a emoji as angry. See it more as an over-caffeinated frenetic energy.
Kinda. I think he's just trying to like put emotion into it.
Actually, yes. I mean, Tifa knows me for well over a decade. When I do the it doesn't have to be angry. I mean,
that's over-caffeinated.
Exactly. That's what I sound like when I'm like that. I know I also make the same sound when I'm angry. That's on me, but I need to work on that. I need to get more into the over-caffeinated, over-energized direction and less in the...
You're fine.
Let me write this down.
Left, left, right, left, right, left.
Wasn't that in a song in the 90s?
Yeah.
Hey ho, Captain Jack.
Hey ho, Captain Jack.
Left, right, left, right. DMCA. Something like that.
Hey ho, Captain Jack.
DMCA.
On the railroad track.
I wrote it down.
Oh.
How long do you think?
Maybe I should have clicked on.
How long do you think I need for this, Steve?
Just like a fortune pay. There's some more letters showing up after the LLR. See?
It says LLR, LRL. What the hell does it mean? What does it mean?
Okay, I haven't seen anything that we can use a screwdriver actually.
Huh? It looks like there's something down there on that grate. I think that's a card. Yeah, it's the blue card. Can't reach it though. It's too deep.
That's why we need...
Don't need the screwdriver.
And here I thought we have to do some water bending stuff to make the water rise and then the card floats and then we can reach it. Or we just open the grate.
That would have made sense.
Yeah, but yours is way dumber. Like, it seemed too easy.
I thought we would need the screwdriver.
Hey, Junpei, isn't this card kinda like that red card?
Yeah, it looks similar. You're talking about the one we found in the toilet, right?
Yeah. The red card floated, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. So?
Well, then this blue one probably floats too, right?
Float? Yeah, it might. I solved the puzzle before you solved... I solved the second part of a puzzle before you solved the first part.
Why would we need to let the cards float in here?
No, you can't reach it, it's too deep. That's what we're implying.
It doesn't... Looks like I can put my arm in, but okay.
The blue card. It might float in water. Of course it floats.
I like how we put the valve back on. Why? Put it on the side.
Valve.
The
grate.
The grate. Put it on the side.
Meh.
Okay, but I haven't seen anything that we... Oh.
It's a thermometer.
Can you get it off?
No. It's screwed onto the wall. Dun dun dun. You could have just pressed the V key on
Oh wait, I need to just go on here.
Hey, Junpei. You know why thermometers only go up to 107 degrees Fahrenheit?
Because Fahrenheit is inferior to Celsius in every way, shape or form. Hashtag European.
Can't say I ever thought about that.
At 107 degrees, the cells in the human body start to die, and the organs begin to shut down. the proteins in your cells start to harden.
Guess you don't need it after.
No. June Payne 7, don't have enough practice shoving the arms in a Pringles can. Every time somebody mentions reaching into a Pringles can, and every time I see a Pringles can, I have to think of, what's it called?
The last thing you see.
No, the Bo Burnham special. Which one was it? Get Happy, I think. Happy? Get Happy? Something like this.
The one he made during the pandemic, or
no,
an older one?
That was Inside, I think. I keep forgetting the names. No, but one of his specials ends with him basically doing a bit about having a panic attack, and it starts with him making fun of Kanye West at some show that he was, and long story short, reaching into a Pringles can is a pivotal part of that bit, and it's glorious for a lot of different reasons.
Wasn't it also the song where he was talking about burritos?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, then I know what you mean.
Anyway, Bo Burnham, awesome. Watch him. Let's talk about cooking humans.
Hard boil an egg. Even if you cool it down afterwards, it won't go back to being a raw egg.
I have managed to do that.
We're talking about Ice 9, thermotical, whatever stuff.
Thermotical what? Sorry, what?
I already forgot what it's about. Wasn't it about things turning into states and turning back?
Morphogenetic fields, Tifa.
Dead. It's totally what I said.
In other words, it's dead. That's why thermometers don't go past 107. There's no point.
Yeah?
I've seen thermometers go way higher than that.
Yeah, but like normal ones.
But it's pretty rare for a fever to get that high.
But it can actually.
Even viruses and stuff don't usually drive the body temperature up to 107.
I may be
What is
wrong.
107 anyway?
42. I may be wrong here, but what I learned in biology lessons is that a fever isn't caused by a virus technically. It's, well, it is-ish. It's the cells in your body breaking down and your body reacting to it. So...
Well, it's a direct cause.
Yeah, true, fair enough. I tried to sound smart and then I realized I can't. Carry on.
Of course.
Look it up, people. I'm not a doctor. Really.
That could.
Like what?
Like a fire.
Well, let's see.
Yeah.
Something like getting locked in a sauna, or getting thrown into an incinerator and burnt to death.
Or it being really hot outside, which is also why when temperatures outside are a certain level, you should not spend time outside if you don't have to, because it's physically bad for your body.
Yeah, I guess that would get a little hotter than 107 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yes. Or burning your
Right,
hands.
I got it! Huh? What's up?
Talking about thermometers you use on the body. Oven thermometers, scientific ones, etc. go much higher than 107.
No,
That's
they
what I
don't.
was thinking about. True, I think my dad and my grandparents have one on their balcony. Actually, that one does go
That
over
one goes
107.
higher.
Yeah, I think one of them goes up to 50 Celsius, the other goes to 60. I don't know what that in Celsius is, but it's higher than that.
I think
Definitely.
the majority of like outside ones I've seen that you put in your garden go to like 100. Just because they can.
Oh, probably
never
because they
reach
make
it,
them for
but-
something else and then they just realized, no, we have enough of them, just put them out there.
Well, no, if you just have a garden
Tifa, if...
thermometer, why should you even want to think about, oh, it shouldn't be higher than this, it's just for looks and wanting to know the temperature. It doesn't matter whether it goes to 200 or 100 or just 50.
I mean, yes, it does, because... I mean, no, it doesn't, but in practicality it does, because if your thermometer is this long and this is 0 to 200, a normal temperature will be somewhere here.
So if it's
If
this
it's
long,
0 to 40 degrees Celsius, it will probably go up there in summer.
so
It's more clearly visible, is what I'm saying.
are you overthinking on why
No,
Also, I say thermometer.
yeah, that's because you're Dutch. No, Tifa, I'm shaming Dutch thermometers.
I think you're overthinking this.
No, I'm shaming you.
You're absolutely overthinking this.
No,
Even they're sighing at
I'm
you.
shaming you.
Forget about it.
On behalf of the
Forget
Dutch,
about it.
I'm still shaming you internally.
Yeah, what was that all about?
But you're being weird. Yes, Tifa, you people.
Oh, you took it off. It says open at the bottom of the gauge. Ouch,
Sorry,
ouch.
for what? No,
Gauge.
gauge.
Gauge. Oh, that was so close.
The gauge.
I wonder what
French.
it means.
Oui, le gauge. Oui, hot. Sorry, French people. Maybe when it gets that hot, something will open. So we need to cook it, basically.
Well, I just don't know yet how to get the water out. Okay, we can't. Actually, can we use the door already?
No. Toilet paper. Nothing happens when I press these buttons. Well, it looks like the power's on. I'm wondering what the deal is with those things that say lock up there, though. Something's locked, Tifa. 2 of them, to be exact.
Well, now we at least checked everything.
Do the water thing.
Just in case. Where's the screwdriver?
Do the water thing,
We
please.
used the screwdriver apparently. Okay.
Please do the water thing.
Yes.
Now, what was that code we got? LLRLRL? So, left, right.
But it can. Oh, it can go in several directions.
Yeah.
Left,
Right.
left, right.
Well, I did what it said on the wall. I wonder if it actually did anything. Yes, and now check the grate with a blue card. Hey, this train's acting up. What the hell did you do? I just messed with the valves a little. Nothing big.
And
There must be water flowing from the pipe on the right. There's water pouring out of the drain.
there we go. A wet
Hey.
key card.
Hello, Groundhog. Happy Friday. How are you doing? Won't be staying for long, but I wanted to come in and say hi.
Hi.
Motonot, if you're around, now is the moment.
Yeah, but Groundhog can't stay long.
True, but if it happens now...
Stop ruining Motonart's moment.
Sorry.
Hope you're doing well, Groundhog.
Exactly.
How has your week been?
Hopefully good.
It's the blue key card.
This is the symbol for Mercury, isn't it? We were just on the phone a minute ago. What?
Just ignore Jack.
No, don't ignore Jack, because Motonot has
Wow.
this.
You completely ignored that Motonart wanted to show it on his own terms?
Yes.
Wow. What?
And now Motonot knew.
Poor
I was
Grant.
trying to help.
Very sweet.
Wow. Trying to shame me for trying to be helpful.
I am shaming you.
You can't
Because
shame
now
me.
you made it confusing.
You can't shame me for being dumb. I'm too dumb for that.
I'm sorry, Motonart.
Watch the unhinged word of a Valentine's Day stream. Yes, it was wild. Huh.
But Groundhog, please do not break up with Motonart. He
Yes.
can't help it. He's just trying to help poor alpacas, trying to survive.
And very expensive.
Yeah.
Really expensive.
Like
all we can say.
$14,000 a month expensive. But
Yes.
we're all trying to collect money to help Motonart and his alpaca farm.
How much have we raised already?
Like 2 cents.
At least. That's because I found 2 cents on the street yesterday.
I was
That's a-
thinking of that actually.
That's a true story. See? See?
I thought we could put that forward to the alpaca fund.
True, and it's 2 euro cents, so that's like 2 US dollar cents.
Pennies?
0.1 with a current conversion rate, I think. We're getting there. I recommend instead donating the money to the Project for Awesome charity, which is currently ongoing.
Are you
I've
just
never heard
throwing
of it.
Motonart's goal away like that?
Yeah, that's... I mean, I'm not Motonart, but I'm hurt.
Like these poor alpacas.
I need to look that up later. I've never heard of that one, but it sounds awesome.
Do you not like alpacas?
Do you not find alpacas awesome? Because I do.
But yeah, gonna look up the Project for Awesome charity because
Yes.
I have no clue what that is honestly. Even though it
Meanwhile-
somehow rings a bell, and I have a feeling it's a yearly thing, and you've mentioned it before, and it's people streaming on Twitch as well.
There's a big charity live stream this week, and I highly recommend checking it out. It's 40 hours long. You have time. It's annual.
I somehow recall this from last year.
It's on YouTube and Vlogbrothers. Yes, you did mention that because I remember that name.
Yeah.
Yes.
Gonna
can
check it out. I mean, we're in the train 10 hours tomorrow. Plenty of time.
If we have internet there.
If we have internet.
Yes. Thank you very much for reminding us.
See? Speaking of memory.
Yeah, that's what I just said. I'm just claiming your victory.
Yeah, but in the beginning of the stream you were like, oh, how can you not remember anything? See, I remembered something from a year ago.
You don't recall what you ate like 2 days ago, but it's for a good cause, so I'm happy you remember that at least. Nothing wrong with that. I'm just shaming you for your very selective memory.
But please, after checking out Project for Awesome, do not forget about the alpacas.
Yes, indeed. Always gotta plug a good cause. Exactly. How
Very
are you
true.
doing? How's school and everything? There was an elevator right outside the big hospital room. I think that same symbol was on the card reader next to it. Yes, it was.
Oh, that's right.
I guess that means we're not supposed to use this card in this room.
Do you really think so? You don't think maybe we need it for this room and for the elevator?
Dun dun dun.
And now we go into like you don't need to reuse it. Oh, maybe not.
No. Because you're wrong.
It's a bit dirty.
Can you throw the thermometer in there? There's water pouring out of the drain. Nothing else interesting here?
No. I think we need to measure the water so that we know it's boiling, and then we take it and then we throw it in the toilet.
With what? Our hands?
Well, that's the question.
Doesn't look like the shower works.
How are we... We have toilet... Wait, we need to find the toilet paper clue first. How about
Can
we
you
use
use
it
the
on that
toilet
pole?
paper on the pole? Yeah, I was gonna say on the big pipe there.
That's where we're going.
Thick pipe that stretches across the floor. Oh, the broomstick!
Oh, and there's a bucket. It's a tin bucket. Hey, Jumpy. Do you remember back in elementary school when you spilled all of our paint across the whole classroom? They made you clean it up, and all they gave you was a sponge and a bucket like this.
Oof. Hey, come on now. Can't we just leave it past in the past? It's been a lot, but I'm managing, learning a lot, but I'm still behind on my work right now. Don't forget to take breaks, though.
You'll get there. Work on it in bits.
Yes, because you won't get stuff done if you just burn yourself out trying to catch up. Not saying slack off, just saying
But-
take healthy breaks.
Already finished Persona 4.
Nice.
That
nice.
seems like progress to me.
Hutch.
How did you like it?
A rabbit hutch?
I don't know what a hutch is.
That's the broom.
It's a
What
companion
a rabbit
bucket.
hutch?
I've seen them before. Possible. Possible. Can't actually boil it. It's water 9 melted ice 9 water that boils at 9,000 Celsius. I heard it boils at 9,001 degrees Celsius because it's over 9,000. I saw a big number and I had to go.
9,000. You had to.
Huh?
Huh?
Oh, you just reminded me of it. The
What's a
rabbit
hutch?
I mean.
What's a hutch?
Remind you of something like that.
I've never. I thought it was a name for a broom.
Jumpy and the broom.
That sounds like a story.
You're always playing around with the broom in front of the rabbit hutch.
I was.
Oh, I guess it's like the thing that the rabbits stay in?
Yeah, like a rabbit enclosure
Yes.
outside, I would think.
Don't you remember?
Nope.
You mean, you don't remember that summer either?
Nope.
Of course I remember. How could I forget something like that?
The summer of our first kiss.
It was terrible.
In front of a rabbit hutch.
Oh, it was terrible. And
Before I get into that, it was hard to get into, but totally worth it. Definitely preferred Persona 5 Royale. Have you played
Okay.
Persona 3? Because I think if you feel that way about those two games, you too would also not like Persona 3 just like me. And that's perfectly fine, even if you loved it, that's also fine. I'm just trying to find more people that didn't like Persona 3 so that we can build a united front against Shrift. who shamed me for not liking Persona 3. Am I that petty? Yes.
How long did it take you to finish Persona 4?
Oh, good question.
Not yet, but I do have Persona 3 because I bought the combo.
Fair enough. Well, opinions are split. I hated it. Shrift liked it. Other people love it. Let's see how you like it. They were in the 6th grade. Junpei and June had been assigned to take care of the classroom pets, the rabbits. Their chief duty was to clean the hutches every morning. The final day of school before summer vacation began, Junpei overslept. He rushed to school and found June standing in front of the rabbit hutches. No sooner had Junpei arrived than June began to cry.
They're dead.
He had no idea why until he looked behind her into the rabbit hutch. Yeah. The first thing he saw was blood. The hutch was filled with the dead bodies of the rabbits.
Blood?
Even after the teachers and friends came to see what the commotion was, June couldn't stop crying.
I just kept crying and crying until you came over. You held my hand, and you looked very serious, and you said, "Don't cry. I'm gonna catch the person who did this."
Why do I have a feeling it was June?
Oh, like June actually has like episodes or whatever where she turns into a murderous person?
That could be.
After you told me that, I finally stopped crying.
Well, the real fun started after you quit crying. You told me we were going to catch the killer together.
Did they?
June smiled and a little of a flush of life returned to her cheeks.
Then we decided that we'd ambush them.
Yeah, I remember.
I checked my Switch. Almost rage quit Persona 4 Golden, so I'm bad at gaming. Nah, not necessarily. The Persona games can be very unforgiving. There are a couple fights, especially in Persona 3 that I remember, that can be very bullshit if you're not fully prepared. If you don't know what's gonna happen.
You finished it.
Yes, exactly. Tenacity wins. The school also kept roosters and guinea pigs. Junpei and June had decided the murderer would likely return to finish off the rest of the animals. They would ambush the killer at night. Junpei and June hid behind the hutch at dusk and waited. It was a warm summer night. The quiet sound of crickets whispered through the air. Wait, do you hear the crickets, Tifa? Whoop. As the sun went down, the stars began to wink at them from the sky, and June's Akane Kurashiki's face. That night was something June knew he would. That night was something Junpei knew he would never forget as long as he lived.
But the murderer never showed up. We waited for them all summer vacation, and they never showed up.
Yeah, but the animals didn't get attacked either. I think all that work amounted to something, you know?
Because June wasn't alone.
Because they affected the morphogenetic field of a murderer. Final save says 91.5 hours, but I did backtrack and save scum occasionally. Also enjoyed vibing to the opening on the menu. Nothing wrong with it. Switch says 95 plus hours.
Nice, that's not so bad.
Yeah. I always think of it like this: if you get so much enjoyment out of a game, like that's awesome.
That's a lot of content for what you pay for.
At the same time, I feel like that can be overwhelming because of the amount of time you put into it, but once I made it through that, if it didn't feel like a chore, it's really nice. It felt the same way, but it was good to hear her say it.
Although, you know, if you think about it, we were probably taking on a lot more than we could handle.
What do you mean?
She looked up at him, confused.
Come on, we were just kids. If whoever killed the rabbits had actually showed up, they probably would have had a knife or something.
Potentially.
You must have been pretty worried, right?
I mean, especially since there was blood, something must have happened.
Ja.
Or some weapon must have been used.
Fodi, schönen Feierabend und schönes Wochenende.
Fodi has
You deserve
weekend.
the time off. You get to actually enjoy the weekend now, right? No more on-call stuff, I hope. Please say it is so. You deserve a break.
You got this Friday. Heck yeah. I'm
That's all the
looking
calories I
forward
can
to
burn. Not on call this weekend. Thank
Very
God.
nice.
Yes.
Finally a chill weekend.
I wasn't worried.
Trigger Tom.
Because you were...
You were there.
Because you were there with me.
Aww.
She blushed furiously.
Well, you know, no one else wanted to take care of the animals.
What?
Clearly embarrassed, she tried desperately to change the subject.
I was the only one who asked to do it at first.
Yeah, well, boys don't really want to bother with taking care of animals, you know.
They should.
Well, yeah, but you asked to do it after I did, didn't you?
If it wasn't the rabbits, they were going to make me do something else.
Ooh.
You know how that school was.
Alright, my laundry.
Oh no! I feel
deep
that.
breath. Gonna go
so
get it,
hard.
have a good stream. Thank you so much for dropping by. Say hi to your laundry. And don't forget to take breaks occasionally, please.
Basically what he said.
Yeah.
Like sometimes 2 hours after it's done, it's like, fuck, I put in laundry.
Yeah, and then we have to rewash it because it started to...
No, not after 2 hours, but
No, but once we forgot for like a day.
yeah, that had to be
It was not
rewashed.
nice. And on call this weekend, on call is currently a 3-week rotation, so 1 week per 3 weeks.
Nice. That's not too bad. Better than every
Yeah.
week at least.
True. Yeah, silver lining. You have a point. Yeah.
Well, if you have the staff to do that, that's great.
Yes. But I'm glad it's over.
I figured it'd be better if I was working with somebody who wasn't too much of a loudmouth, right? Somebody
be
who wasn't gonna
nice.
tell on me if I felt like blowing it off.
If we can at least finish this room still today.
I would like that.
That's why you volunteered?
Yeah, it is.
He nodded quickly and much too earnestly, and then quickly looked away at something very important.
Really?
Like the pipe we should.
Just tell me you like me. I like you too. That hadn't been the reason, of course. He'd asked to take care of a rabbit so that he could be near June. But it had been so long ago, he couldn't bring himself to tell her how he'd felt back then. It would be embarrassing. Took a quick breath to clear his head, tossed the broom up, and then snatched it out of the air.
Well, we don't really have time to be walking down memory lane like this, you know? We've got to figure out a way out of this room. Otherwise...
Yes. I'm gonna look over there.
Bye.
June nodded curtly and then turned and walked
I
away.
should get back to it myself. Ah,
Oh.
that's right. The pool of blood.
You trip on the blood.
Junpei turned around and looked at the room. At Snake's body. Chunks of flesh and organs still lay on the floor.
Going on and on about old times right next to a corpse? What were we doing? Wow.
Clinging
maybe
on to
it was
normalcy.
because we're in this mess.
Yep. Despite such a situation, or perhaps because of it, the mind turned to the farthest thing from death that it could find. Still, Junpei couldn't help but feel a twinge of guilt at waiting so desperately to live when Snake lay dead before
I
him.
have to survive, no matter the cost. I need to make sure she gets out too.
As he stared at the clumps of blackened flesh, all Junpei could think of was how much he wanted to live.
That makes sense.
Yes. I guess this is gonna be the selfish ending.
That could actually be.
I think you have to use the toilet paper on the broomstick.
Yeah, that's exactly why we came here.
Yeah, I'm waiting for you to do it. Because you need to go to the item and combine them.
Yeah, I already had the toilet paper there, but the broom took over.
It's still a thick pipe that stretches across the floor. It's still a thick pipe.
Oh,
You need to go
it's
to item and combine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you said broomstick.
Yeah.
I thought pipe. I came for pipe.
Remember how we don't understand each other when
This was fully on me.
Hmm?
Like when it's on me, I'll say so. Usually it's on you.
It's always on her. It's never me. What? I'm perfect. What are you talking about? What if I wrap the toilet paper around the broom?
Like I was so fixated on having to wrap it around the pipe.
Around something.
Around the pipe that I didn't think of that you said broom.
If it actually was the pipe, and if it was you doing it, you would wrap it so that the code we need to read is on the back in that little tiny corner where we can't reach it.
Yep.
Oh, so you wrap the toilet paper around the broom, huh? Looks like the symbols line up perfectly. It says 634 plus.
I'll write that down. It's for the door.
634 plus. Okay.
Okay.
Cool. We need one more number, I think.
We can have a look. But we still need to solve the water thing.
Doesn't look like the shower works.
Remember the tar in the toilet?
We need hot water. Do the water valve thing again. Wait, can you use the bucket on the little pool that happened There.
But that's not hot.
It's water flowing out of a drain where we found the key card.
Like, I think that's what we have the temperature for. We can try the door first.
No, these two things are locked. It doesn't work. I think we have to do something else before it's gonna let us enter a password. Maybe we have to disable those two things. Let's say lock first, you know?
Fair.
Do the water thing.
Okay, back to the water thing.
Don't need to mess with that anymore.
Is one of these on?
Maybe I can use the shower here to fill the bucket with hot water.
Oh, I thought I already clicked on this.
7, could you turn on the shower?
I can't turn it on myself.
Dick move, especially if it's gonna be hot water. I'm gonna put the bucket under the head. Oh, okay, sure thing. Oh, okay, we didn't get wet.
So when I click on these, it works. When I clicked on the one on the right side,
Because that one was broken, yeah.
like this one is just broken.
Now hurry up before the water gets cold.
I feel like I'm being tricked.
There's something that looks like tar inside the toilet bowl. I flush the hot water from the bucket, that should clean it up. You have to put it in the tank.
Imagine just tipping it in there.
No, that's illegal. Alright, so I just put the hot water into this tank and... Looks like you filled it. Now you should be able to flush it, right? There's probably a handle somewhere in the tank that you can pull. You think so? Serious? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Some pipes. They're connected to the tank on the toilet.
Do you see a handle here
Just
somewhere?
click the thing.
Oh.
Alright, let's flush for hot water. Well, there it goes. Just like a toilet should work.
I feel like this was so much extra trouble.
185 equals. That stuff's washed off. Looks like that writing was numbers. See it?
Oh, just in case, write down that that's the blue one. Because we have a blue and a red lock. 185 equals. What is this?
You got me. Just looks like numbers. Alright, 634 plus 185, 9...
What did I say? That was blue. 6...
819. But we still need to do the locks. I need to disable the locks first. Looks like the red light is off. Yeah, and it still says lock. Can you use the red and the blue keycard?
Wait, wasn't there another door here? Oh,
That's where we came in. I guess it's not locked, but there ain't really any point. Oh, that's out, there's the numbered door. Can't go back through the numbered door even if we wanted to.
Okay. Keycards.
V.
Oh.
Nothing happens when I press the buttons. Need to disable the lock first.
Oh, here.
Thank you, Tifa.
The red light's on, Jumpy.
Now V.
Oh, now we V.
Press V on the... Again. Thank you.
Great job, Jumpy. Both of the lights are on now. Now you just need to put in the password.
Also, question. What did we get the thermometer for?
I have no clue. Just to talk about temperatures and boiling.
Both lights on. We should be able to enter the password now. What's with these E and C keys? E means enter and C means clear, I think. So after you put in the password, hit E. If you screw it up, hit C. Well, 634 plus 185 equals 819. Enter.
E.
Okay, that's not it.
We have a red first, then blue. 634.
Yeah, but it's something something plus something something equals. So I think the order is clear. My question is, what did we get the thermometer for? Because that's an item we haven't used yet.
Maybe you just calculated wrong. Give me 1 sec.
No, I didn't. How about you give me this for a moment? Then you do this. And then you do that. And this. And then you do 634
No, you're correct.
plus 185. 890, like I said.
Yeah.
The thermometer. It says open at the bottom of the gauge. Can we get more hot water?
We can try. No, the bucket is gone.
Can we get more hot water? Can we check the hot water that's in the tank? Dirt we flushed out has settled at the bottom of the bowl. It says 185 equals on the inside of a toilet bowl. Huh. Check the tank. There's no more hot water, I can't flush it anymore.
We can try to turn on the shower again.
Yeah. If we can get this hot water on the thermometer, then maybe. Alright, thermometer, let's get this party started.
And?
Time to burn your hands on doing so.
I guess it opens when it reaches the temperature.
Yep, looks like that's doing the trick. There goes the gauge. Oh gosh. And now it's at the open mark.
There's an extra number in there, I suppose.
Huh, it opened. What's this? Looks like there's a piece of paper in here. 957. 957 plus. It means you're supposed to add something to 957, doesn't it? Well, yeah, it doesn't take a genius to figure that out. The problem is what to add. Easy.
Okay.
This goes there. 1786.
1786,
Yeah.
was it?
Get the math thingy out.
Where was it? Here. What was it? 819 plus
957.
957 is
1776. Why am I so bad at math? Oh yeah, 6 plus 1 is 7. Makes
6
sense.
plus 1. There we go.
Whenever I see something with 1776, I'm reminded of America because that's when they became independent.
Why do you know these things?
Because Hamilton. 1776, New York.
There's a large iron door at the end.
There we are.
Does this have something to do with America?
I think we should save here and then we get back into the hospital room.
You should go a few more rooms first.
Few more rooms.
Yes.
But this
Doesn't
is
feel
the
like
door
a
out.
cliffhanger yet.
Let's take a look.
See?
Huh? What are you doing, Seven?
Well, I figure maybe we might want to come back here sometime.
Yes,
Smart.
or maybe we want to let the people that we left behind through the door.
So I stuck the broom in there to keep the door from shutting. All right,
Smart.
let's go.
Very smart.
Jumpy, look!
What's up?
What's that on the wall there?
Oh, I think it's a map of the ship's interior?
Oh, true, we didn't get that earlier.
It says C deck.
So it's the map for this floor then. We'll have time to study it later. Let's keep going for now.
And
Ready? I'm gonna open it.
Dun 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 dun.
there we are again.
What the?
You're shitting me. We're back.
Shouldn't you be
Why are
happy?
you pressing the spacebar so loudly? Press it in the middle.
Clover!
Say-
Lotus! And Ace! I'm glad you're all okay.
Yeah, aren't we glad that the people we left behind here to die,
She's gonna punch him.
hopefully, deserved? Yeah,
How could you do this to us?
Yeah.
fully deserved.
I'm saving you.
Give me this for a second. Why are you moving the mouse so slow too? Okay, we were right.
This is actually the path where we're gonna get
Actually,
to,
no, we're not.
probably. What do you mean we're not?
It was 378, and we were thinking back then that in the flow chart it would be 378.
Yeah, but I already said that's not possible because we got the fully left one. But we are on
Yeah.
track to the short one because everyone is probably gonna gang up on us and kill us.
We did it. We got somewhere. Blip, blop, blip.
But yeah, we absolutely deserve that.
Yes. Yeah. No, I didn't mean to do that. Alright.
Absolutely did.
Fid.
Nice try, Andrew.
Fid.
Nice try.
Hello, Andric. Happy Friday. How are you doing? And Fid to you as well.
On this very lovely Friday.
Also, I'm still miffed that people only remember the ple command when in reality it should be cule. When you turn a P around, it's a lowercase q.
Sorry, I missed the stream.
We're still
How
here.
could
You didn't miss us. You're talking to us right now. We're here. It's all cool.
And
See? Thank you. Thank you.
now at least someone used it, and now Jack can be happy for the 2 seconds of trouble it took.
Yes.
Then,
Now, if I can ever check stats on this thing, I will notice that it's been used once.
But you still caught us
Exactly.
at the end of our last stream for the coming week because vacation.
This was also the last stream for this year of my life. Because next time we're here, it's been my birthday already, so I'm a year older. Technically.
True.
I mean, if you think about it, you get older one day at a time, not 1 year at a time, but that's besides the point. What are you doing for vacation? We need to get up really early tomorrow morning. We're getting up in less than 7 hours to
We'll be sitting
get ready
in
to
a
catch a
train
train.
for 10 hours to go to the Netherlands and go visit my family.
Yes. But most importantly, we're also eating Taco Bell. Don't tell your family I said that.
Yeah, basically on the way, we're making a stop in a city that has Taco Bell and then we continue.
I believe we've said that brand's name like 100 times today at least. Inadvertently, because it's just a thing, you know, because we don't have one in Germany. So Taco Bell is only 88% meat, so you should be good, Jack. 12% vegan. That's fine. I checked the menu and everything that doesn't have meat in it is actually labeled vegetarian, so I can eat it.
If I recall T mentioning once, you can basically swap out all the meat things for vegetarian or vegan things as well. So it's very flexible. No clue if it's going to be the same here, but they have some dishes Jack can eat.
Tifa, the moment I learned we're going past a place on the way that has a store, I've been inhaling the menu at least once a week, already imagining what I would order.
I haven't even looked at it yet.
I have
So we're
multiple
gonna see.
times, just today alone. Yeah.
So yeah, looking forward to it, but that also means we won't be here for a week and we won't be back until the next Sunday from now.
That is correct. And I still need to make up my mind what we're gonna do, but it's gonna be a birthday stream, so probably a giveaway.
Yeah, we'll still think of something. We now have a whole week of free time to think about things.
Yes. Indeed.
So, we're gonna call it a night, prepare the last things for our trip, go
By that
to
she
sleep.
means I prepare the last thing, because Tifa sucks at packing.
Well, you back. I was gonna prepare some stuff for lunch already for tomorrow.
That sounds good. I would like that. Because traveling for that long without food would suck.
Yeah, you don't want to be in a train with me for 10 hours without me having food.
You don't want to be in anywhere with me if I get hungry, because you know those Snickers commercials? You're not yourself when you're hungry? That's based
true.
on me.
That is absolutely true.
They never paid me royalties for the whole idea, but honestly, it's me. Sleep well, hope you get plenty of rest. That's impossible. It's already impossible.
The plenty of rest ain't happening, but
Yeah, we
we'll
can sleep
get
in the
there.
train. The same,
Well,
Jack.
that's also not happening, but...
I blame, this is really dumb, but I blame the movie Enemy of the State with Will Smith before he got slap happy and Gene Hackman, I believe. Because in that movie, the character played by Gene Hackman has a condition, I think. And he explains if his blood sugar goes low, he turns into an asshole. And I realized, yeah, me too. Maybe I have the same thing. Maybe I'm just being a dick. Maybe it's just that I get grumpy when I don't have food.
Maybe it's all of the above.
Yes. I mean, they never diagnosed anything, so I guess I'm just a dick when I'm hungry. Meh, I can take it. Feel that we went to the movies yesterday and got back at 11:30 and the kids were up at 6.
Yeah, I'm dead then.
Yep. I mean, that's even worse because you got back at 11:30. I mean, I don't know how fast you fall asleep, but I'm guessing not immediately. So that's like less than 6 hours of sleep. Yeah.
It can make the day very long.
Yes. Maybe one day soon-ish, you can make your kids play making you and have a breakfast. Imagine that. When they are playing making you delicious food and you can sleep a minute longer. They need to be old enough for that. You need at least a 30-minute wind down period. Same. Talking about wind down periods, Tifa, how about you go find us somebody to raid?
Pick that one.
Then we will be heading over to Sage Fira, who is playing Dead by Daylight.
That's how easy it went.
And I'm trying to set up on my end, and I'm putting into a new tab
Closing
Dead by
this.
Daylight and not Sage Fira.
Well, that works as well.
I cannot speak one thing and type another. It's legally impossible, at least. Tifa, are you ready to say goodbye?
I am ready to say goodbye.
Press the button. Enjoy your vacation.
Thank you very much.
Enjoy the time off from us. If you can, please stick around for
Enjoy
a
the
raid.
peace.
We'll be back this coming next week Sunday. I'm lying to you. Sorry. See you then. Bye.
Thank you, thank you.